Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm excited, as always, to see what messages come through from Spirit. Before we get into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I, of course, welcome that. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, we can gather together and multiply that love out to the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And just allow that love to flow down into us like a chalice, fill us up and overflow out to the world. Circling the globe in a giant bubble of love, sparking every heart possible that's ready to vibrate at a higher and higher and higher love vibration. And if you yourself are in need of love right now for your heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. Just take it into your heart and let it surround you like a big bubble of protection, a big bubble of love and support. And take it in even like a giant hug from the creator of all things. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that, and allowing me the space for this as well. And I hope everyone has been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We're going to get started in the readings in a moment, but I do like to make sure everyone knows I do have every Monday a giveaway for at least a one personal recorded reading. So every Tuesday, I put out a video about what I'm giving away the following Monday. Here is the video for that. And I'm this one Monday, I'm going to be giving away two 30-minute personal recorded readings and then also monthly giveaways. So be sure to check out that video to get into any of those drawings that you would like to. And then also the monthly drawings do have to do with my April monthly videos that I put out for each individual zodiac sign. Here's the playlist for that. That's also in the link of the other video. But if you haven't checked out April's readings yet, be sure to do so. We still have a couple days left here. I can't believe we're gonna May Day on Monday, right? It's unbelievable that it's already here. And May's readings did come out early, early this morning. So here is the playlist for May's. If you haven't checked those out yet, you can see what's in store. We've got what do we got going on? We still have the eclipses are in full bloom, as it says there. Tons of transformational energy. Like we've got um, Pluto going into retrograde. We have Mercury in retrograde, and it goes into its post shadow towards the end of the month. Sorry, towards the middle of the month to the end of the month. So we still got all that energy. So it's like, what is shaking up in your life is what May is about. So it's all good stuff, though. It's always good for us, right? And then each week I usually put out at least one pick a card reading. And this Wednesday I had put out pick a card about what you don't see about your relationship or relationships. So if you want to check those out, be sure to do so. I have a lot of pick a cards on my main page if you ever want to check those out around different subjects of um, what abundance and career and life purpose and all that fun stuff. So a lot of free content out there. All right. I think that's it. Blah, blah, blah. I know. Let's get into the readings, right? All right. So let me get my desktop all set up here and we will get into the thick of things, right? And if you're new to my channel or to these readings, first of all, welcome. So glad to have you here. And how the free readings work is I try to do two things at once very awkwardly. It happens. It happens, but how they work is I do go down in order of the chat, first come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is the list. So you can just put that in there. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you want. And that's the one who's giving me the information. We'll pull cards and they'll let you know that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I step outside of the free readings and give those priority to honor that energy exchange. I do dive deeper into those as well. And then I return back to the free readings and continue down the list. I'm usually on for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes I stretch more. Um, but I try to get through as many free readings as I possibly can as well. To make a donation, you can use the super chat down below, or at the pinned comment and in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So however you want to make the donation, it's up to you. And no dollar amount requirement. It's, I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, you know, so I don't look at the dollar amount. I just honor the energy exchange. So I think that's all the information. And let's get it here. I have the Light Seers Tarot and the Naked Heart Tarot and some odds and ends of different oracles to use this evening. I do have a few donations, so we'll jump into those. And it looks like here, let's see. I believe I had my PayPal one come in first. So I'll do that one first and then Crow's Nest and then Gita. So thank you so much, you guys, for your donations. I do want to start with the Naked Heart Tarot. And Renee, you are up first. Hey, I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. And do you want to know how Jay is feeling after your date yesterday? And is everything number two good with you with your body? All right, let's take a look here and see what they are feeling after your date yesterday. And then here is your health. All right, I like that. Let me just get some clarity on this one here and this one here. All right, so after your date yesterday, dun dun dun. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles has this. They were very excited that it felt like it took forever to get there to have it. And now it's going to be slowly unfolding, the fruit. The Seven of Pentacles is what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, right? And don't let these scare you. They just represent here. I feel like this is what it was building up to be, right? They were thinking, they had these fears of, is it going to go all right? They had these things like you think you had some. Well, they had them too. They were just like, I want to make sure everything goes all right. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. They have, the fears in there, and there's this relief that comes in here, which is interesting. And with the Five of Pentacles, both of these, the five is a change of uh, awareness of themselves and, how they look at having maybe felt abandoned and feelings of lack and am I going to match up to, all of that. Well, I feel like there's this big relief that came in now. It's like this stuff, they're saying the relief has come in, and they're like, okay, they feel good, they feel confident, um in a good way. It's not like a you know, oh, well, what was I worried? I'm good enough for them. It's not that kind of relief. It's like, oh, wow, okay. So I think what I saw from, you is that you like me and that it was all good. And so I feel like they have this they're excited for things to unfold and things to move forward. So I feel very positive about this. Those two cards at first, I know they look scary, but those are the pre things that were leading up to it that have now been relieved, and they're just like, okay, I the nerves, the nervousness is over, and they're looking forward to that. So I like that for you, Renee. And then your second question about the bod, you have the temperance, which is balance, balance, your health. You have the movement of swords, which is, movement of thought and belief and mindset. So they're like, I feel like this is like stress, and they're having you here with the spirit of cups here, which is the king of cups. Balancing your heart and your mind, is what is coming in here. And so I feel like they're saying, the stress that you've been having, this, go, go, go. And I feel like, with this balancing here, they're just like, woman, what are you stressing about all the time? Breathing exercises. Look at what you're stressing over, because stress impacts your body, and they're just like, you need to balance. You need to balance and breathe. Um, look at what you're eating. Look at your physical activity. As far as, are you going outside? Are you taking breaks? Are you going? Do you have a lot of fears? Just, bring the stress level from, a 25 down to a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. But you're like, I know. But, so they're saying, just relax. Take some time to relax. Have some time of calmness, chamomile tea, whatever, some calming teas, just have some, calmness, and make sure you're getting enough sleep. Cut off your phone, 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed. Wow, who is this? Is this your grandma? Oh, no, no, no. And then I want you to do this. It just feels like not to offend anyone, it just feels like a Jewish grandmother, because they're known to be very, come on now, we want you to do this, we want you to do this, but they're coming in very, with a lot of things to take care of yourself, and doing all that stuff. So that's what's coming in. So many, many blessings to you. That's what they have for you, Renee. So thank you again for your donations, and take care of you. I like it. All right. So we will uh jump to crow's nest next. Wow. So thank you for your donation. And you want to know, how does Chris feel about you right now? All right, let's take a look here. What else? All right. So let's take a look here. And I'm switching to the Light Sears Tarot. Wow. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups here. So these are pretty positive cards here. There's this joy, this wish fulfillment feeling, and this new opportunity that's opening up here too. And I like this. This is them feeling very confident about themselves, looking at themselves differently in the outside world. And I feel like they're choosing joy here, um, which almost feels like, well, this is new. I don't know. Are they crotchety old cracker all the time, a stale cracker most of the time, and now they're I don't know why they use the stale cracker, but it's like they're uh, like something sparking this new joy. It's like they had this new lease on life. And I like this here because they've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I feel like they've been taking time for them, and it's been good for them. Whether they started an exercise program, eating better, has to do with the outside world and them nurturing themselves more. And so I feel like they're making really good choices about their body and their outside world, which is bringing this. those feelings of joy and this, new start in the outside world. So I just feel like they've had this wonderful aha thing, or maybe they had high blood pressure, or and they had to change their diet and stuff, and they're just feeling really good. And but I feel like exercise program or something that they're doing differently out there as well. So I like that. We have the Knight of Cups. So definitely feelings for you. I feel like because of this spark, because of this, they are having this movement more towards you with the Knight of Cups. It's a movement of emotion. Here's the romantic. I feel like they feel in a better place about themselves, so they feel like more confident about themselves too. And we do have the is this you going, do I believe this or not? But actually, I feel like, this is the Queen of Swords. She's the balancing, a beautiful balance of mind and then heart. Also, all the queens are given a second portion, which is water. So they have this wonderful balanced approach of heart and mind as they move towards you here. I feel like this is very like, who the heck is this? Did they kidnap them and replace them with a Stepford person, like those happy robot people, because it just feels like night and day for them, but something definitely has triggered for them where they just have this joy and this confidence, and they just are ready to move forward. Um, Maybe they got rid of some weight in their life, like people. Maybe they're working on their body, but they've got rid of physical people out of their life too, making choices for them. And I feel like this is movement towards you. So that's what's coming through, Crow's Nest. I like it. So hopefully that resonates. And thank you again for your donation and many blessings to you. All right, Gita, thank you so much for your dual donations. I appreciate you. So we'll start off here with the first one is, what is holding Gemini from coming towards you? Is there a third party involved? Ooh, let's take a look here and see what is going on here with this Gemini. So that one and that one. What else? Okay. And then we'll look at their current feelings for you too. Since we're tapping into their energy, let me just move these over. We're going to do a deep dive and find out what is going on under their hood here. And I feel like they want a divine directions little card here for you too. Okay, so for that there. And I feel like there's at least one more here on the end. Okay. Two more. All right. So let's take a look here, Gita. So what's holding them back? Let's take a look here. So we got the Judgment card here. There's this, it's usually two X's here, which is double endings and double new beginnings. There's like this is like their higher self calling them to this different place. And it feels like they're being pulled somewhere. And let's see where that is here. Yeah, here's the Chariot card too, which this is movement, choices, um, just definitely movement here with two major arcana coming in here. I feel like there's this change that's coming, and they know it, they feel it, like movement away or movement, in a different direction. I almost feel like movement away, like there's some stuff coming in and they know that they're going to have to leave and go to a different place. Yeah. And we have the Three of Pentacles here too. And the Three of Pentacles is this, being true to their authentic selves. And so there's this pullback, there's this rattling going on in their life here, where they're trying to find out what they are wanting in their lives, and we'll figure out what's going on here, because in addition to all of that, the cards that popped out in the end are the Nine of Pentacles, which is pulling back in the Hermit's journey, really finding out who they are in relation to the outside world, this revamp. And so, this Judgment card being pulled up by their spirit and this being pulled by spirit, into a garden alone to evaluate their worth, with the Queen of Wands, which is this again connection to the spirit world, like this intuition and this gut instinct coming in all over the place for them. But there's also them stepping into their power and making decisions for their life here. So I don't feel like, let me see what these other two cards are here. Yeah. Okay. So all of this is what's coming in here. Yeah. So I don't see like it's a third party. I feel like it's life. How they're like a midlife crisis where, and I don't feel like they're maybe old enough to have to be at the age of midlife unless they're going to not have a long life. But there's like this, you know, big revamp of their life, and they're just like, you know what, nothing's making me happy on the outside world. Relationships with people, including like friendships and family and everything, like relationships are not filling me up, and my job and my education and everything, circumstances aren't bringing me any joy, and my body and my possessions and my money, all of this stuff is not bringing me, you know, any satisfaction. I feel like it's just been drained from them. And this is what's coming in here because with all of these cards, these came out here too when we were asking, what are their current feelings for you? They have this hanged man where they're pulled up into this cocoon and they're focusing and seeing everything from a higher perspective. And they're going through this death and this rebirth. I mean, this really, what is a cocoon? It's a caterpillar going through death into a rebirth. And this is what's going on with them. They're just doing this huge rebirth. And so when we're looking at their particular feelings for you, I feel like everything is melting away. I don't feel like there's this specific it's not like they're like, I don't like you and I want to be away from you. It's like they just are going into this hermit mode away from the rest of the world. And I pulled up on these divine direction cards and we got meditate. So again, this feeling of going away, because it says reconnect with your inner spirit, walk, practice yoga, meditate, or listen to music. So all of this coming in together is basically they're just, maybe they're becoming a monk and they're going away to a monastery up in the mountains. This is the kind of feeling that is coming in here, that they're just totally like, the outside world has failed me and I can't find any satisfaction there. And so they're turning on this deep inward journey with all of these cards. I mean, they all point to that, being true to the authentic self, and it feels like they're abandoning all sorts of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts about, that they've had put on them all their life. And they're just like, I can't do it anymore. And so they're not. And that's why if they haven't come towards you, and I don't feel like they're investing energy in a whole lot of things outside of them at all. And yeah, and I was also asking for clarification, and here we go. Here's the devil card, which is the shaker and the rattler. Like, this is them here. They just can't take, I can't take it anymore. I can't stand all these strings trying to control me. And so they're cutting them all away and going off into their own little, hermit's journey. So that's what's coming in, Gita. So it's not that they don't, that they didn't care for you, but I feel like they're cutting off everything, family, friends, everyone. So that's what's coming in regarding those, Gita. But no third party. They're like, man, you know, I just feel like they're going off into this, going up onto a um, big mountain temple, and they're going, I'm going away for a while. Bye, everybody. I almost feel like that's what they feel like they're doing on the inside. If not on the outside, they're definitely doing it on the inside. So hang in there, Gita. You're just like, just send them love and send them on their journey. That's all you can do. You can't they're at this thing that they're just closing off everyone else in life, connecting inward and upward for right now. So I'll pull a couple cards here since you gave me a second donation. I'm going to say, is it worth waiting for? Is this for your highest experience to like hold out and want them, or is it um, you know, is it have you learned what you needed to learn? Is it time to move forward um, and just let them go on their merry little way into their little life experience journey here? Anything else with that here? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're three of wands, go off on a different direction. The strength card, you connecting with your higher self too. But this is you going off in a different direction. And so your higher self is basically saying, yeah, let it go and head off because there's something more in alignment that they have in store for you. So they're going off on their journey, but it's opening the path for you to move forward into something more aligned for you. So that's what's coming through, Gita. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. And I have another donation. Thank you so much, Sarah. And so I want to go, what is going to happen with you and your Leo? What's going on? What should I do? Right. All right. And I'm going to switch over to the Naked Heart Tarot here. And let's see. You are welcome, Gita. So, Sarah, what's going to happen with you and your Leo? And what should you do? What should you do? Well, there's no shoulds on the spirit side. There's choices, but what's for your highest experience? I feel is what you're wanting to know. Is like, what's best for me? What do you recommend? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Got an interesting little like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of configuration here. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So you have this here, the star card is like a wish fulfillment type of energy, right? And I feel like this is what's going on in your heart. Like you're like, hey, I want this type of relationship, this type of life, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, well, the Leo, I don't feel is in agreement. Like, well, that's a nice wish, but I must feel like they feel like it's a fairy tale, right? Because this comes in here, and I feel like this is the viewpoint of the Leo. I mean, you're like, wow, this anything is possible. There's hope, and all of this, and da 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 da. And here's fire coming in, going, I don't know. They have these feelings and this energy of lack and feeling abandoned and left out in the cold that they're bringing in from their earlier part of their life. And the 5 of Wands is this energy. Both of these fives they're in this big transformation in their life where they are going through this whirlwind of changing of energies, this whirlwind of changing how they look at themselves in the world. And there's all this change, and it just feels like they're in this firestorm, right? And I feel like you are more hopeful. I feel like you like to look for the silver lining. You like to think positively, and you're just like, wow, they have this, that's a pipe stream, that's just a fairy tale, kind of attitude. And you're just like, wow, I'm a realist. And you're like, no, you're a downer. Is what I feel is going on. So there's this fork in the road that you're in here. You're standing in the middle, you're looking to make decisions here, right? And you're like, what is going on? What is best for you, right? You're going back and forth between your brain and your heart. And this is basically saying close your eyes and trust your heart. Close your eyes and open your heart, because I feel like there's some fears that are holding you into this relationship, um, or this interactions with them, because you're one with them being Leo, they're probably hot, right? You're like, well, they are cute, they're attractive, and they're drawing you in, and with you with this ability of seeing the silver lining in things, you also see the possibilities of who they could be. You're intuitive. You pick that up. You pick up those energies, but I feel like you are seeing the possibilities of who they could be, but it's not who they are right now, and you're uh, I don't feel like you think you can change them to make them be that, but you have this confidence that they can do that, and maybe it'll be soon. No, it won't. They're going to continue to be this frazzleness, and this um, you know, Danny Downer type of for a while, because they're going through their own inner journey. So I feel like that there's this you've got the spirit of wands and the spirit of swords. This is king of wands, king of swords. You've got, on one hand, you've got a Leo, which would be the fire, and on the other hand, you've got the spirit of swords, which would be an air sign. And the star card represents Aquarius and an air sign, and they have that type of, you know, they can have this type of connection. So I feel like there's like, on one hand, there's like, I want to hang out, and maybe they'll change and become, more positive and supportive and blah, blah, blah. But then there's someone over here that is more someone who is in alignment with you, that it's not this conflict that comes up a lot. So I feel like, um, you know, what is going to happen, I feel, is that you are just going to have enough. That you're just going to be like, yeah, yeah, I deserve to have someone who is supportive, someone who you don't have to walk on eggshells around, not someone that you have to dim your light because they can't, they're used to being in the darkness. And so they're like, quit being so happy, rah, rah, rah. So you have to like, you have to like be happy and upbeat, everything outside of away from the relationship, away from the interactions with them. And I feel like you're just like going, you know what, it's right, you don't realize how much energy you're investing in maintaining, keeping the dark fog off of you, right? So I feel like what you should do, like the what you should do, and they never say what you should do. What they're saying is, for your highest experience, is to stop investing so much energy in them, and they're just going to drift away. And then you're going to find someone, whether it's romantic or best friend. There's someone that is just going to be so supportive and like peas in a pod in great ways, that you're just like, yeah, this is right, this feels right. So that's what I feel's coming in, Sarah. So hopefully that resonates. And I know we hate to leave behind our, the possibilities of someone that could be amazing, because we see the amazingness in them, but that's just the possibilities. Focus on who they are right now, not who they could be. So that's what they have for you, Sarah. Hang in there. Much love to you. Enjoy your adventure. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So I think that is it for the donation. So we'll get into the free readings. We're going to start off with Leo 1111, and you want to know what is coming towards you in love. So let's take a look here. Let's see what is coming towards you in love. That one and that one right there. I mean, they're always specific, but they were like, go after that card. We want it. Okay. So you do have the Innocence of Cups, the Page of Cups. New love is coming your way. And I like this in combination with the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is be true to the authentic you. Don't try to be who you think other people would think you to be, to blah, 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 right? This is you being true to you, not being drawn off, by the expectations of others, afraid you'll lose people's praise or support or be punished by people rejecting if you don't do what they want you to do and be who they want you to be. This is about doing stuff you love, be your authentic you, because in doing that, that's what attracts this new love to you. They don't like the you know everyone else trying to fit in. It's like all the ants trying to be the same. It's like if they looked at it, they're like, well, yeah, same old, same old. But instead, this one, if you picture like this middle ant having a black boa around its neck, the feather boa, and the coin on its back is glittered and bedazzled. They're like, hey, and they see you instead of there's just they're all the same. And I like this for you because it's so nice when you can just be your authentic self and someone loves you for it, because then you have to pretend. You don't have to go like, what, who am I supposed to be again? You're just you, and then you allow them to be them, and you just have this truer life that feels very sincere and just very joyful. So I like that. So that is what is coming through you for you right now, Leo 1111. And that is what's coming towards you. Be the true, authentic you. Do the things you love too, because I feel like with you being the authentic you and you doing what you love to do is where you meet them. And I don't know why. Maybe I need to go take up pottery, because they keep on bringing this back as an example of like, if you want to try learning pottery, go to a pottery class. And in the pottery class is where you meet someone. It's that kind of thing. Do something you love. And so that's what's coming through. So I like it, Leo. So many blessings to you. Dijona Sturgis, you are up next. And you want to know, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? So they're like, just keep hanging around, have the patience. Things are unfolding. There's some transformation that's happening in conflict and energy that it's important for you just to kind of hang and see things from a higher perspective. It allows whatever this conflict is that's swirling around at a distance. It's almost like you're up here watching the drama down there. And you're just like, no, that's okay. I'm going to stay up here and just watch it from a distance. It's almost like they're saying, don't get involved. You don't have to solve anything. You don't have to try to mend relationships between people or make it better or whatever. Like, that's their problem. Your relationship with one is that's your responsibility, and your relationship with this one is your responsibility. But this relationship between them, none of your business. And it feels good. It's like you get to be free. And um if you're have a get together or something, you invite both, and they're like, is so and so going to be there? Yep. Oh, why'd you invite them? Because they're my friend. And they ask the other one, and they're like, is so and so going to be there? Yep. Why'd you invite them? Because they're my friend. And they're like, well, I'm not going to go if they're going to go. Okay, well, you want to go get lunch then, just you and me, blah blah blah. And they can make that choice. You don't have to make those choices. So I like that. Being above the drama, you don't have to get involved in it. So you get to stay sticky free. So that's what's coming through, Dijona. So many blessings for you. And then next, LA. Hello, hello. So your future first boyfriend is going to they're going to have some exes and previous flings. And are they going to try to interfere in your relationship and bring drama? Are you going to be a well-known couple? Ooh, look at you. All right, let's take a look here. Is there going to be drama? Is there going to be drama? And are you going to be a well-known couple? All right, let's see here. Is there going to be drama? No. So we have the devil card here and the full card, and the devil card is about shaking and rattling and letting go of, old things. And the full card is like this new adventure, this new journey that's free of expectations and those things. So they're not going to allow it. Um, you know, People can try to interfere, but it's up to the individuals whether they allow it to interfere. You know, um, I don't feel like there's gonna be any attempts, like, big things, like they're gonna try to get him back or whatever. I feel like it's just this brand new, adventure and, they're like, "It doesn't matter," they if they try to text him or do anything like that, they're just not going to respond and they're just going to show you. They're like, oh, look, so and so is trying to start something, and so you're aware. They're just very honest and open with you. So if someone goes, yeah, I bet he didn't even tell you that I texted him, and you're like, yeah, he did, he showed me right when he did it, and they're like, oh, and you're like, bam. So I like this. It's a great relationship, and I like that for you. Are you going to be well known? Hmm, I feel like this is more standard stuff. The Seven of Pentacles is like a slow, things growing through life and doing the work and things moving forward. But I don't feel like stardom and popular um known in the public eye, anything like that. I do feel, things, grow a seven to an eight of pentacles. Eight of pentacles moves to the nine of pentacles. It is about you put in the work, you have the life, and things, roll forward. But I don't feel like there's like this, um, being in the spotlight type of thing, which is good, right? Because you know how those end up anyway. But that's what I have coming through LA. So many blessings for you. I like it. All right. So continue moving down the list. You can live in a cave then. Yay. Well, you can live in a cave and you can still be popular. You can have like a webcam, a cave cam, live from the cave. But anyway, you're so funny. All right. Lovey, lovey. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I think I just had some sugary cereal, and that sugary cereal, for breakfast just bottomed out, and but I ate after, and I feel much, much better. So thank you for asking. You're so sweet. So you want an energy reading on Mr. BF, please? Complete, unadulterated reading without any nice. Ooh, just plain facts. And when the heck will he get arrested? Wow. All right, let's take a look here. And we're going to switch over here to the Light Seers Tarot. Let's look into here. Okay, there we go. So let's look at the energy reading first here. And then this is the when. When are they going to be held accountable, right? Hmm. All right. So their overall energy here, we've got the seven of cups and the nine of cups, which, there's this energy here. I mean, there's this emotional confusion here, which definitely makes sense. With they've got a whirlwind of fears that have happened in their life that's where emotional confusion comes in. They've got this nine of cups, and nine of cups is like wishes come true, dreams come true. But, with the energy of both of those together, there's confusion about what a dream come true would be, and there's just, even you can have like there's the snake and the bat, and there's just all of this stuff. I don't feel like they know any better about things is what's coming in here. That there's this, because of this fear, because of these emotional challenges in their life, they just have this tainted view of a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? And this is the energy that's coming in here. I just feel the snake really is standing out. This transformation, this um, you know, there's this, like you said, with the bad and that there's darkness, there's they're showing me, like young child, being in the dark, and I don't know if it's to the extent like were they locked in a closet, locked in the basement, type of thing, or they had to hide at night. Um, but I just feel like there's so much of what happened with all this emotional stuff when they were younger that this is like, just there's this. I feel like they just have, like I said, this tainted view of what a dream come true is, but also this they want to be free of all this emotional confusion that they've had. So maybe there is some, kind of mental challenges that come in here, emotional challenges that, they're wanting this freedom. They're just wanting this here. Um, when they'll be arrested, we got the Three of Cups, which is one, it represents spirit. Only spirit knows, but that also represents community. And I just feel like there's like a group of people come forward. Maybe there's three females that come forward or three individuals that come forward with information, with to take action, or maybe an intervention. Whatever it is, they come in here to help with this, and this is what helps bring resolution because we've got all this cups, all this emotion that's happening here, which does with what you were talking about here, um, you know, does point to all the emotionally, I don't want to say emotionally disturbed because it feels judgmental. If we look at it, an individual, when people are not acting intelligent, compassionate and loving, that means they're not in this adult mature self. They're in a little child's, even if they're in an adult body, it's a little child, little 2-year-old that's, probably abused if this is all this energy that's coming in, that had all this stuff, that's in fear, constant, continual fear and emotional confusion, and they're doing things that whatever a little, 2-year-old would want to do to feel safe and secure. And so it's acting out of this adult body, but who's inside is a little hurting, crying 2-year-old that has a lot of pain. And so maybe there is this intervention. Maybe there is individuals that say, let's go take you somewhere to have someone help bring you some peace, some emotional peace. So that is what is coming in here, Lovey. So I know. Many blessings. You have a lot of heavy questions these last couple of days, right? A lot of stuff going on around you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what can you do? What can you do, right? Eventually someone will something's going to happen there. I mean, especially if they catch them on camera, right? But yeah, there's a lot of pain there. And when we can't do something in the physical world, that 3 of Cups represents spirit world. It's like send love from a distance, right? You don't have to show the human character love. You can send it to the higher self, which is a being of unconditional love and light. And they're like, yeah, send it to me and I'll use it to help the situation, as well. So that's what they have, Lovey. So hang in there. Many blessings for you. Right, always victory. You are up next. You like an angel message? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. What do the angels want you to know right now? All right. Yeah, this change of direction that's coming up here, and I like this for you because you have the 5 of Pentacles, which is like the abandonment and the lack and feeling left out in the cold, and like there's blocks and doors between you and this abundance and feeling like you have what you need. And I like how they interpret this because we can get caught up in our feelings of lack, and they're like, the key's over here, you just have to unlock the door. You're like, what? Which is great. And I feel like here, I like how this is here because here's the 2 of Wands. This is the planning card. You can see like they have the world and how they're going to get there and where they're going to go, how they're going to travel, and they're looking right at the key. And I like this because it's like whatever has been holding you back before, the 5 is this number of change, and you're seeing the key. You're seeing with this new direction that you're wanting to head off on, you're finding ways to plan and make it happen. And you're not allowing the things that maybe have restricted you and kept you back before there. So look around you, look at what do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go? What is this direction you want to have happen in your life? And just look at like, okay, I have to get from here to here, but how can I get there? All right. So these are the different steps that I have to take to get there. Okay, let me focus on these and let me just start taking a step toward that. And I like this. There's this change of energy that comes in. Um, and I like it. It's like you're seeing the key and you're like, I see it. I see how this can be done. And I like it. And that's what they have for you right now. So they're like, um, if you don't see the key yet, keep looking because there is an answer for a change of your situation. And it's, of course, for you, which is great. Yeah, good idea, Lovey. All right. So that's what they have for you. Always victory. So many blessings to you. And double, triple, quadruple X, you are up. Is the person that you're with meant to stay in your life? All right. Let's take a look here. And I'm assuming like as a partner. I mean, because they could always be in your life. Like, I'm not gonna curse you and say, if you could have a baby and then they always will be in your life because there'll be, shared shared custody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, I do see here we have the 2 of Cups, so this partnership is meant to be. The 7 of Swords is just what allows you guys to see one another here. The 7 of Swords, you can see how this raven's like right. Let me see here. Try to get it where there's some light. There we go. So right in your face, right? And this is our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, attitudes, our expectations, and the tells us here what of our own thoughts and beliefs have stolen. I feel like it's a big piece them together was to mirror and see, oh yeah, these thoughts of mine, these old fears, these are the things that I can, dial back and transform. And they're not hiding anywhere. I mean, they're right in your face, hack, hack. Not like far away like this. They're like right in your face. And so, with this, they're meant to be in your life right now with that 2 of Cups. And it, you know, um, I'm just going to get a clarifier here real quick because it can go either way with it because it's like, okay, no. So, we have soulmates who are in our life for a purpose, and that's why they wanted to show, this is destined. It is an important relationship to teach you that 7 of Swords. But when you guys finish that, you do with the 8 of Cups, you leave behind emotions that no longer serve you, and you do move forward to the 9 of Cups, which is more towards wish fulfillment. So they're going to be in your life, but not as like a marriage partner or a partner or soul partner. They're just a stepping stone toward that because the purpose that they're in is to be this mirror of you to be a mirror for them to show what are their thoughts and beliefs have cheated them out of things and deceived them, and they're a mirror for you to see that. And then once those are done, it's like, okay, now that these things are done, I'm different and you're different. And we're like, yeah, I almost feel like it turns into like, I feel like you're my brother more now than, you know, like my lover. And they're like, yeah, I kind of feel the same, way as well, or brother, sister, whatever it is. And it's like, oh, okay, well, um let's just be friends, and you're able to stay friends. And I feel like that's like they'll be in your life as a friend, um but not as partner type of thing. So that's what's coming through, double, triple, quadruple X. So that is what they have for you now. So many blessings for you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we are to Dollface Diva, like a general for next week. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about next week. All right. Well, you do have this significant ending of a cycle and a beginning. So there is something that changes and switches, which is great. There is this, it's almost like this bubble that you're in here, with the Seven of Wands. It's a positive thing, definitely. It's a freeing thing, but it also kind of pisses some people off, because the Seven of Wands tells us there's some people that feel low. And with this change, it's almost like you get moved out of a situation into a place of happiness. I mean, you can see it's the world card is like a victory type of card. So you have something great that happens for you, but some people that, why do you get to have that happen to you and I don't? Boo ba doo ba doo ba doo. And it's like, really? You don't have to defend your happiness and defend your success and defend things. You get to enjoy it. If people don't like it, it's like the sun does not ask permission to shine. It shines. And if people can't stand the heat, they can get in the shade or they can burn up, whatever they want. It's up to them. You don't have to dim your light or, um, not celebrate your victories and stuff. You get to do that. And so that's what I feel, next week they're just wanting you to be aware of. Celebrate the great things, have a gratitude, ceremony or whatever, and if people are like they don't if they want to be all blah 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 blah, they don't have to come, so I like it. I like it for you. Something very nice happening for you. So that's what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. Hey, my Hooper, you are up next, and you want to know your next relationship partner love coming in for you. All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. All right. So I do see you have movement. You have change of thought and belief here, which is important for you. The strength card also talks about you really having this upgrade in how you feel about relationships, how you perceive them, how you look at them. The strength card is a combination of your, human self and your higher self coming together, realizing the love you're looking for is actually inside you. And because you are turning inward and upward for the self love, it allows you to see the world differently, which is where this change of thought comes in. You're leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways of thinking, which does bring movement into your life as well. Because what happens, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So if we're unhappy on the inside, disappointed in what we're finding on the outside, the world seems very disappointing. And it's like, bleh, right? But when you find this love on the inside, inward and upward, and you're like, wow, I just really love this, um, you know, who I am and this connection to the upper world, you actually expand and open your ability to love and be loved to the outside world too in bigger ways. But because you're finding more love on the inside, you're seeing a more loving world on the outside too. So I really like this, connection, your higher self, getting to know yourself more deeply here does have this movement of thought, but it brings movement in the outside world too. And this is Leo energy, so there might be some fiery, passionate Leo, that comes your way, or maybe a fire sign, but they definitely come your way. And you're able to, it's like it's someone that you normally wouldn't like, it's not your type because you're changing your mindset. You're not so cut into this limitation of has to be this person this way, blah, blah, blah. You're more open and you're just like, who are you? And you're just like, well, that's not my normal person that I would be like, attracted to, but there's this wonderful connection, a connection that you wouldn't have had before because it's at a higher love vibration than where you would have had before. So that's what's coming in for you, Mai. So hopefully that resonates for you, and many blessings to you. Enjoy this new journey coming your way. All right. So many blessings. And Julie, hello. All moved in. Whew, I know, right? You're just like, oh my gosh, you're ready for a massage or something, right? A hot bath. All right. You want to know what is David's energy surrounding this big change? All right. Let's take a look here. So let's see what is going on with David here. So, we've got the Temperance, we've got the Hanged Man too, and we have the Two of Wands. So I like this combination because, and I'd laugh because the Hanged Man is the caterpillar in the cocoon. The Temperance is about patience. Both of these are kind of patience cards of things are going to unfold. They're looking at just taking it a moment at a time, a day at a time. It is a big change, and so they don't want to be overwhelmed. The Two of Wands is about, this is the planning card. It's like, okay, we have the dreams, we have things in place. Now it's just taking a step at a time. The Two of Wands is about, making plans and then not, rush, but it's just one step in front of the other and putting the plans into action. So it's very much this energy with this card in this particular deck for me of, all right, so these are the few next steps, and we're just going to take them, and then we're taking them, and then we're going to take more. But if you like the journey of 5,000 steps, if you focus on those, it's overwhelming, and you're just like, oh my God, you don't want to take any steps. But they're like, it's a big change. There's a big things. Just going to take it at a moment at a time and let it unfold and let it transform. That's the tempering is, like the two cups that one has the base metal in it, that we're going to try to turn into gold. And this beautiful alchemy of magic, when we pour it, it just transforms a little bit closer to gold. And then you pour it and it transforms a little bit more into gold. Transforms a little bit more into gold. And it's just taking the step one at a time, knowing it's transforming, it's going where it's going to go, and it's okay. But if you're like, come on, gold, why aren't you, it doesn't make for a pleasant experience. So I like this, that they have this eerie patience, and it's a good eerie. It's like you're not freaking out, and they're like, no, and like they could freak out, but they're choosing not to, and they're choosing to focus on one step at a time, just one step at a time. And it's like, you really should look at all 5,000 steps. No, we're going to take it a step at a time. I feel like this is a new thing for them to take it that way. But they're doing so good at it. I like it, Julia. So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. No, yeah, I just feel like they're just okay, here we go. I feel like they knew, but they're just like, okay, all right, here we are. Okay, we're gonna do it. Okay, here it is. All right. It's almost like they're showing me my head like like a father who has a child. Like there's a new baby. All right, we can do this. Okay. Just a day at a time, just a diaper at a time. It's like that kind of energy. It's funny, but that's what they have. So hang in there, enjoy the journey and the adventure. No rushing, step out of a time, and enjoy one step and then enjoy the next step. That's how I like it. Hey, Rhonda. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. And you want to know what is coming up for you in the week to come? Absolutely. I thought I saw you something else down here below. Oh, thank you so much. So you were just saying nice things. All right. All right, Rhonda, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about the week coming up? All right. So I like this here. You've got the Two of Pentacles, a wonderful balance in the outside world. So things are ebbing and flowing in perfect synchronicity. That's what happens. The upper, and you come down and experience the human life, and you connect to the upper world, and you experience the human life, and it's all good. It's a wonderful balance in the outside world with the Two of Pentacles. So nothing um scary. And the Three of Wands, here is you've been putting things into place. Things have been unfolding. The Three of Wands does show that next week you have some information that comes in that where you are choosing a different direction, that you're choosing an alteration of plans that you had originally thought, well, this is the direction I want to go with something, whether it's a relationship or job, home, whatever. There's something that you had these plans going on, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this instead. And so it's not something that is being forced upon you. It is something that you're choosing. And because you get new information, this wonderful balancing of things, just brings you to this wonderful place of reflection. And you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to do this thing. And I feel like you're changing plans this coming week. So I like it's in your hands. It's not a tower moment where something's being ripped out of your life. This is you choosing. So you won't choose anything you don't want, right? So nothing to be afraid of. Wonderful balance coming in, and I like it for you, Rand. It's a very um, serene week. It feels like I just feel like you're in a pocket of, like in the eye of a storm. You're just seeing things around you, but you're just like, yeah, this is all good. So I like it. So many blessings, my friend. Hello, hello. All right. So Shirley Maydor, hello, hello. Ice cream and watermelon. So can you tell, does L have good intentions towards you? All right, let's take a look here. Does L have good intentions towards you? All right. Well, there's is some emotional confusion that's going on here. They're like having trouble um, really getting their head around all the emotions that are swirling. But the emotions that are in here, the intentions seem to be good, because Two of Cups and Four of Wands. Four of Wands is like a marriage and celebration card, and Two of Cups is a relationship card here. So I feel like these are amongst these, and they're trying to figure out what they really want. So there are a lot of good intentions there. I just feel like they're a bit confused. They're not sure what they want. Those are definitely too strong, intentions that are there. They're like, this would be good and stuff, but I don't know. Should I? I don't know. It just feels a lot of swirling going around inside their heart, which is also, of course, emotions are what spawn our thinking. So their emotions are going like this, and their mind is going like even more so. So I feel like they're just trying to figure things out in their head. Very positive, intentions, though. I don't have anything scary. I think the only thing they're confused about is they have fears of vulnerability, fears of pain, being hurt, that type of thing that's there. But yeah, nothing ill intentions towards you. Um, so evidently, watermelon and ice cream really helps your reading. I'm just kidding. Now I want ice cream. Charlie, you're so influential. How do you do that? But that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you, Shirley. Yes, Rhonda. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. All right. Felicia Feng. Hello, hello. So thank you so much for the reminder. I get caught up into the readings, and so thank you for letting everyone know that hitting the like button does help spread the Zen love, and it can be part of the love tsunami. Something free you can do. It seems small, but the YouTube algorithm loves it, and then it wants to share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So thank you guys for all of you that have given a thumbs up. And Felicia, you'd like to ask if you will find a proper apartment if you move to the city, PK. All right. Let's take a look here and see if you would find an apartment if you moved to that location. All right. Yeah, I mean, you've got two major arcana here: strength, trusting your intuition, trusting your higher source here. And the Emperor. The Emperor, four is a very solid foundation. Fours remind me of a home, with four walls. Of course, we on a ceiling too, but four walls are important. And Aries energy, it's new adventure, newness coming in here, and you taking control of your expectations around what proper means for you, not everyone else. But definitely you're supported here with that, and this would be a positive outcome with those cards coming in. Significant life change for you with it being two major arcana. So it's very good. I like it for you. And that's what they have for you, Felicia. So thank you so very much. Good luck on the move if you move. All right. And let me just take a quick sip here. All right, Butterfly A, you are up next. So, a general for the next week. All right, let's take a look here. All right, wow, my goodness. Very bright, beautiful card coming in here. You have the Page of Swords here. And so for next week, this is movement of communication. I really feel like this is new communication that's coming in for you. That's great news. It makes you feel bright, it's victorious, and I really like that. So it's just whatever this news is next week, it does bring brightness into your life. I mean, I'm just really standing out here. All the light bulbs, all the brightness back here. Of course, the beautiful big bright sun, and it not only brings you good news and it's beneficial for you, but it's good information that comes in here for you too. That it's all this brightness is just reminding me of that you things that were unknown and concealed are revealed, and it's good information. It's knowledge that you really were looking for and you wanted to find out. And so a lot of great awareness comes in, a lot of things that are helpful for you, a lot of light shown into areas of your life, even on some cobwebs, but you're like, well, I wanted to know that, nothing devastating, nothing like, oh my God, I'm adopted and I have like, I'm one of three triplets, nothing like that. There's this, it's wonderful information coming in though. So I do like that for you, Butterfly A, and that's what they have for you for next week. So that is great. All right. And Michelle Lezure, you are up next. And you would like a general reading as well. Let me just shut my blinds here. The sun is setting. It's getting spooky out there. All right. So, Michelle, a general reading for you. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. You have this brightness coming in here. You've got some fire here with the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles coming in here. So the Six of Wands is showing me that you are recognized and you're seen here. It's almost like you, with this Ten of Pentacles, I almost feel like you have someone who spots you. Either you're up on stage somewhere or you're standing out somewhere, and there's this passion, this energy that comes in here. And the Ten of Pentacles, it's very abundant. It's can lead towards really something very significant here. This is abundance in the outside world, it's the whole shebang. I almost feel like you have this energy if you're not in a relationship right now. I feel like you have this introductory of someone very, very soon. The Eight of Wands is fast moving energy. So if you have something where you're standing out, presenting something, or you're above a crowd or separated from a crowd in some way, this might be. Are you in a wedding where you're a bridesmaid, or are you singing karaoke, or are you presenting something? Whatever this is coming in, there's this recognition, and it does create a spark between you and someone that can lead to something long term, because this is the legacy card too. Not only is it, partners and kids and the dog and abundance, it's also generations to come. So I like this. There's some very, very big energy headed towards your way, and I like it for you. So here we go, Michelle. You've been patiently waiting, right? Bagam, the countdown has begun, or it's like now you're in the 2-minute warning mark, like in sports. I don't know why I do sports references. I'm not super, super big on sports, but I think they have a 2-minute warnings like in football or something, where it gets down to that. It's like, oh, it's really, here we go. We're getting down to the wire now. So that is what's coming through, Michelle. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And we are to Cynthia Brito. Hello, Cynthia. And will you get the job at the McDonald's by your apartment? Now I want McDonald's. I want ice cream. I want McDonald's. Why? I'm not hungry. Why? Why? Maybe I am hungry and I just don't realize it. Maybe I have a tapeworm, that just wants more food. Who knows? All right, Cynthia, I'm focusing. I'm focusing. So, will you get the job at the McDonald's by your apartment? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit? Okay. They want me to switch up cards here. Back to the Naked Heart Tarot here. All right. Well, we've got, I feel like this is going to be a yes here, because one, we have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. They're headed off to wish fulfillment, which is the Nine of Cups. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is close to home. This would be, the Nine of Pentacles is about abundance. You're finding it close to home, because they're usually in a garden. So I really feel like the combination of these two is that, yes, you will get the job that's close to there, because if that's your wish fulfillment, then that's what's definitely coming forward here. And the nine energy of this nine, like they're headed off to the Nine of Cups, and that is the Hermit, which is about being home. And so if it's close to your home, it's close by, then that's a positive answer for that. So I like that for you, and I am doing very well. I hope you're doing well. All this wonderful change that's been happening in your life, I hope you are just enjoying each and every moment of it. All right, so good to see you, and many blessings for you. That's what they have. And we're moving on down the list here. Where did I leave off? Here we go. High Priest Girl. So you'd like a spirit message. Let's take a look here and see. What message do we have here? All right. They actually want to give you one of these Gateway of Light activation oracles. Wow. Let's see what comes through here for High Priest Girl. Okay. Wow, look at this beautiful card. The Central Sun. See if I can get it to where it's not too bright. There we go. That's not too bad, because it's a very bright card. And it says abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. That's like the Sun card in the tarot. So it's very much an open right up to it. So, our sun, of course, is the center of our solar system, solar being the key word. All the planets orbit it, and we use this journey to measure time, space, and even our birthday. The sun helps us connect with our journey and see how far we've come. It is just far enough away to create the perfect conditions for Earth to become abundant with life. In ancient Greece, the sun was known as Helios. In ancient Egypt, it was Ra. Worldwide, the ancients knew the importance of the sun. The earliest sky gazers worshipped it because daily it would disappear over the horizon, leaving the darkness and mystery of night. And it was clear that it had governance over life and light. So we learned early on that the sun was needed for us to survive and thrive. The sun is therefore a vital, energetic vortex in the physical realm. But on the spiritual level, it is a portal of divine light that we connect with through the inner universe. It's a spiritual gateway representing the center of the multiverse, a sacred energetic portal that irradiates infinite inspirational light. So visualize yourself diving within until you find yourself arriving at a sun in the center of the galaxy of your being. Invite it to encode your frequency with regeneration energy. The great central sun is shining brightly in your life and upon your world. This is a time to regenerate. Tiredness and old energy are being washed away. Old skins have peeled off to reveal a sacred and more aligned you. This is an exciting time. Central sun energy is magnetic and all powerful, opening you up to light and supporting you as you express your own light in this lifetime. New ideas, opportunities, and experiences come easily to you at this time. Like the sun kissing the perfectly ripe soil, the seeds you have planted are being encouraged to grow. And realize that in order to go beyond your horizon, it's important for you to welcome energetic exchanges. And when you help others, you let yourself be helped in return. When you invest energy in projects, you let energy be invested in yourself. Ooh, I like it. A beautiful, beautiful message there for you, High Priest girl. So let you see that beautiful scarab with these beautiful wings and the sun, your central sun at the core of your soul. I love it. And that is what they have for you, High Priest girl. So many, many blessings to you. And let's see where we left off here. All right. I think we are at Ms. Draw. If I didn't, I know, right? High Priest girl. Cheers, cheers. I like it too. All right. So, Ms. Draw, anything that you need to know? Anything that you need to know? What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. The Three of Wands is this card of you changing directions with new information that you have. And with the Four of Cups coming here, this is stable emotions. And so, with this emotional stability coming in here, with the Three of Cups here, I feel like the love that you've been having, in the past, and the love that has been you've experienced, you've been looking for this new love, and the directions that you were headed with here. I feel like there's just some relationships, and it doesn't have to be romantic. I just feel like there's relationships that have kind of played out the role. And now with this, I feel like there's new information that's coming in that does take you in this different direction here. I almost feel like this panda's kicking over this cup. I never seen that before, but I just feel like they're sitting there and there's a cup and they're looking forward, but their foot just pushes over the cup and they're like, I'm done with that. And I feel like it's a very calm, peaceful decision. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort for you to do it. It's almost like it's one of those friendships or relationships that you put a lot of energy into. And if you don't maintain it, it falls and drifts away. And you're kind of just like, well, I haven't been paying attention to it and it's drifting away. And you're like, I'm just going to let it drift away. I'm done, and I feel like this is a big change that's coming in right now for you, and it's a good one. It's releasing and giving you some energy that comes back, and it's very empowering, and I like it for you. So that is what's coming through, Miss Draw. So I like it. Many blessings to you. And Divine Goddess, you are up next. So how will your destined partner be? Let's see what extra information. They keep calling it the scavenger hunt. What more are they willing to tell you about this, your destined partner? All right. Well, all right. So, two major arcana. The first one, the full card here, it is someone that is free of expectations, very new feeling. So, they have like this childlike energy. So, possibly maybe they're a fire sign with this, but the energy that I'm feeling here, because it's the zero, it's the first card of the major arcana, which is like a child that hasn't had their dreams destroyed. They think anything is possible. They have these eyes of wonder and adventure, and they look at life that way. They don't let people get them down. And the Wheel of Fortune here shows that, with endings and beginnings, this is endings and this is beginnings, that they enjoy the um, not so much, it's not like they like, I can't wait for things to end, but they're okay with things ending because they like the adventure, they like things, they like the changing of things in their life. So I don't feel like they sit around a whole lot and um, necessarily put down a whole lot of roots. I feel like they like to travel, they like adventure, they um, they even have a job that allows them to be in different locations and that they can move every couple years. So I like this. There's this excitement, this movement where you can see different places and move and experience different countries, different locations. So I like it. It's very adventurous. Hopefully, you're an adventurous person too, because they are, and of course, you're not going to squelch that. You're going to encourage it, um, and enjoy the travels, right? So I like that. And they're very bonded to you through all that too, because it's like you're a journey mate, along with them. We're going on adventures together and you're always with them, kind of energy. So I like that for you, Divine Goddess. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And up next, we've got Grace. Grace, the month of May for you. I also, the uh, readings for each individual zodiac sign for the month of May just came out this morning. So be sure to check out that playlist. I posted it at the beginning of this one, and I will post it at the end as well. But you can find it on my main page. The playlist, just like the second or third one, is the monthlies. All right. But for you, what Spirit wants you to know around the month of May right now? All right. So we have the Two of Wands here. The Three of Swords represents, our heartache, our fears, expectations. These are the small t truths rooted in fears of losing conditional love. And the Two of Wands is this energy of awareness of what do we focus on each moment? Because whatever we focus on is what does grow and expand. And if we do focus on our fears, like we fear something will leave our life, we will repel it out of our life. If we fear something will come into our life, we'll actually draw it in. If we focus on, fearing something that's in our life right now, it just gets bigger because we're feeding it. Or if we feel like we fear we're missing something in our life, we will push it further away and we'll miss it more because our energy, whatever we focus on, we're telling it to grow. So if I'm like, oh, I miss having, a romantic partner in my life, is an example. We're our energy is saying, "I enjoy missing romantic partners. All right, let's make sure none come in." It's like, "Wait, no, that's not no, no." I'm grateful for the romantic partners that I've had in my life, and I'm grateful that, you'll bring the perfect person, the perfect timing, the perfect way. And we'll draw that in. So I feel like this is what they're saying for the month of May. It's an important month for you to really be aware of where you're focusing your energy and doing everything you can to focus on gratitude, unconditional love, and joy and laughter and peace, and what you do want to draw in rather than focusing on fears, because that's what we're taught. It becomes our habit to do that. So, you can, if you want to, put reminders around about gratitude, or even something that always works for me, because we always have these wonderful little things called phones, and we can set vibrating alarms on there where it doesn't irritate everyone around us, but it gets our attention, right? And every waking hour, gratitude, an hourly alarm, right? Or every half hour, whatever you want to do, it draws you back to gratitude. And it's an important thing for you for the month of May. It is life transforming. So that is what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings for you. Be sure to check out your monthly by zodiac sign. There's probably some more messages there for you as well. Hey, Jalen. Good evening to you. Everything is well. I hope everything is well with you as well. And Rhonda. Right. Just make sure I'm not missing anyone here. All right. So, um, I don't even know if I can say that right. Aussie Pitalicious? Aussie Pitalicious? I'm probably totally missing, what that, is supposed to how you're supposed to say that. It's probably something really cool that is going right over my head right now, so my apologies. But hi there, and you wanna know how your crush is feeling about you. Let's take a look here. All right, so how is your crush feeling about you? All right. Well, we've got they see here you as someone who is very bright. The one's energy is like the fire element. So, if you're a fire sign, that would make total sense because you have this fiery energy, this determination. You walk into a room, people see you. You're able to super focus on things and get stuff done, and whatever you focus on, it's like boom, you just make it happen. Also, the Queen of Wands also has water energy. All the queens do, which gives you a great, unique connection to the spirit world, and you develop this trusting relationship. So you have your intuition. Wands energy is also spiritual energy. So I feel like they see you as someone um, really in tune and witchy, not in a bad way, you know, but they're just like, "How did you know that? How do you know these things? How do you always know when I'm in a weird mood or whatever?" Because you can pick it up even though they're like, "Hey, I'm doing great," and they're like, you call them out, "No, you're not. What? You're something's going on." And they're like, "How do you do that?" They see that about you. So there's this intriguing feeling around that as well. And there's passion, there's attraction here, but the Seven of Pentacles also is about what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And I feel like they take their really sweet time in opening up and getting to know people. So I feel like they're watching you. No, not in a stocky kind of way, but they're just like gathering information all the time, and they're developing their feelings. They're developing their thinking. I feel like they don't allow things to move fast within them. So I feel like there's intrigue, there's interest, there's attraction, but they're just like, okay, I'm just seeing what's going on here. That's the kind of energy that comes in with that. So that is what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. And Again, apologies if I totally missed what your screen name means, because it's probably something really cool. All right. So up next we have Scott Ross. Hello, Scott. Hello. You would love a reading. You turn a half a century old tomorrow or young, and you like to know what's coming your way. Oh, it's not so bad. I had that happen before. Although I have an older brother, he's 3 years older, so he always hits them before me, so they don't seem so, oh my gosh. But let's take a look here and see what. And happy birthday for you, by the way. Um, Cheers to another amazing rotation around the sun. May your next rotation be full of more joy, love, and laughter than you can handle. So let's take a look here and see what is coming your way here. All right. All right. We have a great balancing coming out here. The Ace of Swords here definitely allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm. And in doing that, it's a double-edged sword because it also allows you to cut away the small t truths, more and more fears of our lives, right? When we hit the middle, the 50s, we're like, oh my gosh, we look at, am I where I'm supposed to be and blah, blah, blah. And we have fears that bubble to the surface that you're able to cut away with this. And there's this freedom that comes in the wonderful balancing of these truths that come in. I feel like you're on this beautiful hermit's journey, because you have the 9 of Pentacles, oops, and the 9 of Wands too. And both of these, the 9 is the Hermit's card in the major arcana, which turns you inward. And you're seeing looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And it's also allowing you to move some barriers that may have been there before. This cutting away of some fears and some thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. You're able to step into just this new solid foundation of your worth. And you're like, you know what? Why am I holding back? I'm ready to do things. Right. I know a lot of our I think usually we're in our Saturn return. Usually, I think it's in our mid 40s to our mid 50s or something like that. It really challenges our old ways of thinking, and we have this return of approaching what we think about life, and that's usually why we have midlife crises and stuff, is because we have this the first time we go through it is like in our mid 20s where we challenge what we've been told all our lives, and then we hit our like 45s and 50s, and um, we go through it again, like whatever we didn't learn and release when we the first time around, the second time around, you'll be noticing your friends and family and people going through things. And this next year is going to be a time of you learning more from observing people going through things than you going through it yourself, right? Hallelujah. But that's why you have this hermit type of energy, is that you're seeing things from the cave. Not that you're going to be like all alone and, hermiting, but you don't have to be in the drama to learn from the drama. You can be in the audience going, bravo, bravo. Can you pass me the popcorn? This is really interesting. I'm learning a lot from what these people are going through. And thank God I don't have to, So I feel like this is a wonderful um next year for you. I just feel like you're learning so much and you're releasing so much, and you're allowing yourself to really step into your own in very special ways and to move beyond barriers that you've had before. So I like it for you. And that's what's coming through, Scott. And again, happy birthday to you. Hope you're doing something fun for yourself. All right. And many blessings to you. All right. And let me just look down here. Just make sure I'm not bypassing anyone here. Right. All right, Miss Sweet Like Honey. So you are up next here. So All right. So lots of people in the place that you're possibly moving to. Oh, well, there's a lot of people in the place you're possibly moving, so you might ask a lot of these. I get it. So, what are these people going to think of you? So, what will Dave possibly think of you? He's a bit of a bad boy. Will it be a bad boy love story or an enemy menace? Dun dun dun, yak yak yak. Right? What drama shall unfold? Well, I'm going to switch over here to the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see what they have going on here. So, what is Dave's perception of you going to be? Of course, that's going to be a lot of what's going on inside of them too. Um, and you go, well, is it going to be a bad boy love story or um, like a battle, right? All right. So, um, the Two of Pentacles, they see you as like this balanced individual, and there's this ebb and flow. So I feel like it depends on the moment with them, which is with anyone really. In one moment, they think you're wonderful, and the next moment, they're in a bad mood and they don't like anyone, so they don't like you. And then they, got a good night's sleep and they think you're wonderful, and then they stub their toe and they think, ah, I just feel like they're very more so than most people. I feel like they're very temperamental, like it's like hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold, right? um I don't feel like it's going to be really a whole lot here because the Eight of Cups here is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. And I don't feel like there's going to be um I just feel like this is like you doing a ritual, leaving behind emotions, and you're headed off here into wish fulfillment. So I don't feel like it's going to be a bad boy love story. And I don't feel like it's going to be an enemy or a menace either. I just feel like there's someone else, something else that feels like you said, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. And I kind of feel like you're just in this bubble of wonderfulness with whatever this is that's coming. And kind of like whether your spirit guides are saying is like, yeah, you could like get hit by a semi truck and you won't even notice. Because so I don't think you're going to even get impacted by Dave. By you see him as this temperamental, hot, cold, and unpredictable, and you're just like, you know what, that's not for me. And there's something else that draws your attention away where they're just a non-issue for your life. So it's option C. Is it a bad boy love story, an enemy menace, or C, none of the above? And it's C, none of the above. So that's what's coming in, Miss Sweet Like Honey. So there you go. So many blessings for you. All right. All right, Benita Bala, you are up next. Hello, hello. You want to know, will G, the Libra, reach out in May? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I think so here. We've got this we've got the Knight of Swords, which is movement of communication, and the Ten of Swords, which is ending and beginnings of new communication. So, it's like there's this, this is endings and new beginnings. So it's like the old way of communicating is gone. There's new communication and movement and communication. So I feel like they will reach out in May. Here's the Five of Cups. I feel like um, after they kind of process some of these emotions here, because I feel like maybe there's some painful emotions that are being experienced. And once they get out of that, they're going to dip their toe into feeling a different type of emotion. And I feel like they're have had enough of their, I would say, pouting. It just feels that way. It's like, "Wait a minute, they hurt my feelings. They didn't do what I wanted to do." And then I feel like I don't know if they have a roommate or best friend or someone that just like, all right, I've had enough of this. You just need to snap out of it, And they're just like, what? It's like they're reminding me of a friend of mine once when I was just um "Ah, and this is happening, and da 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 da." And I mean, I must have been going on for like 15 minutes, and finally they just said, "Can we stop the drama train? I think it's gonna wreck." And I was just like, "What?" And it totally derailed me off of this. I didn't even realize how I was caught up in all my emotions till someone did it, and I feel like that's what someone does for them. They do something and then just like, "Oh, okay." And then they're like, "Oh, yeah, I've been acting pretty childish. Okay. All right." And then I feel like they reach out. So this is what is going on, something in their life that they finally snap out of it. Someone snaps them out of it, and then they will reach out in May to you. So that's what they have for you, Benita. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Somya Mishra, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. And you want to know, what is your ex current feeling about you? All right, let's take a look here. So let's take a look. What is your ex currently feeling for you? All right. So we've got the 5 of swords here. So there's this you can see here the swords are thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations, and here in the ear is this raven, if it'll there it is. So it's like giving them a headache. There's these thoughts and these beliefs, these fears that just rant, 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 rant. And I feel like, with the 10 of the 10 here, the wheel of fortune, there's things are changing, things are rotating in their life, and moving forward. And in yours too, I feel like there's this forward movement, but I don't feel like it's bringing you guys back together. I just feel like your lives are the wheels are turning, and it's moving you guys further away from each other. But it's for you, and both of you are going to feel like it is the tune of for you. It's the fortune, the wheel of fortune, right? And so you are going to feel like this momentarily in the near future, but their feelings right now, they've got a lot of fears around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what this meant and da 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 and blah blah blah. But it's just like giving them a headache. They just got all these accusatory, guilty feelings, uh, you know, going around in their head about, I should have done this, and I shouldn't have done that, um, and I failed all this stuff I was supposed to do, and it didn't work out, and what does everyone think? They have all this stuff, and I don't feel like these are feelings; these are thoughts, and so I don't feel like they are like, I want to get back together. This they're just looking at everything that went wrong because they don't want it to happen again. But the wheels are moving, and it's like their wheels are taking them this way, and your wheel is taking you this way, and it's for you. You learned what you needed to learn in this situation with each other. Your whatever fears you had and stuff that came up, it came up as a mirror on purpose for a purpose, and you can take the time to reflect on it, because they're going to be with all this stuff. That's why they're focusing on all this mental stuff. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did I feel this way? Blah, 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 blah. They're doing this review. That's what you can do too. And because if you don't, you're just going to get another mirror that comes in and show you the same thing, because we will have people continually coming into our life showing us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. That's why, I know I had like 5 relationships over, like 10 years. And I'm like, they all continually showed me the same thing, just in different bodies, in different ways. I was like, oh, yeah. And when I saw it, I didn't need that mirror anymore. And so this is what they're having come in here for you. So that is what they have for you, Somya. So I know we get attached to those, and we'd much rather have the devil we do know than go somewhere else. But trust me, it is unfolding for you, and so take the time to reflect on what you've learned during this around yourself, any fears you've had, anything you can transform. That helps you raise your love vibration and draw in someone more in alignment with your heart and where your soul wants you to go. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Hey, Dwarma. You definitely can have a love reading. So let's take a look here. Hello, hello. So let's take a look. Shirley, many ice cream intentions towards me. And cake and cupcakes. All right, I'm focusing Droma. So a love reading for Droma. I get easily distracted sometimes. Oh, wow. So you got some fire coming in here. You have the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Fire energy, passion energy coming in here. And I like this for you because what I'm seeing with this, the Six of Wands is someone on stage, someone being seen, someone being recognized when we're looking at this from a love perspective. And the Seven of Wands is also, it's like the progression. You're recognized, you have this passion, you do have love coming in your way. So, like when I get this, I picture so many different situations in my mind of like someone up on stage that's presenting something, or they're in a wedding, or they say singing, karaoke, or like a bartender who's behind a bar and all the crowds out here. It's somewhere, somehow you're standing out, and that's when they see you and you see them, and you have this connection. And then it evolves and goes on, and you're in this place of happiness where you are just bright and glowing because of it. And some of your friends don't like it so much because some of them don't like the person, but majority of the ones that are trying to bust your bubble, they are feel low about themselves, and um, they like it when you're single and with them because you can be miserable with them. And, because misery loves company, but also so does joy. And joy has better parties. And so you're choosing joy, you're choosing to be in your bubble, and you're like, I'm not going to, you know, go into that negativity. And you don't have to. You don't have to defend your happiness. You don't have to ask permission. And I like this. So this brightness that's coming in here for you in the very near future. So whenever you have this opportunity where you're up presenting or teaching or singing or up on stage or standing out, um, this is going to be coming in for you. And I feel like the um, the passion, the energy, the spark, you're going to recognize it. It's not like subtle. You're just going to be like, boom, your eyes are going to meet and ching, grinning and smiling, and it's hilarious. So I like it for you, and that's what's coming forward. So I like it. So many, many blessings to you. All right. All right. Queen of Pentacles Tarot. Good to see you as well. Hello. I am doing very well. And you want to ask if your auntie will leave you if your auntie will leave you alone, what are her intentions? She gives you a lot of anxiety. She's always on your energy. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with auntie. Yeah, we've got peace of mind here. I'm coming in here. So, you have this, place of rest of, you're coming in. So I feel like that this will, part of it here is this power of emotional choice energy that you can do. Their intentions are not harmful. If they're in this lifetime still, it's because, like you said, um, you know, the Three of Swords would be the anxiety, which is before this. And so the Lover's card here is like the Two of Cups, where it is every moment is an emotional choice. And what Spirit wants to let you know is that, no one, like she doesn't give you anxiety happens inside you. And I know at first I was like, what, no, they're doing this and it pisses me off, or they do this and I have this fear. And they're like, yeah, but that's, people just do things and say things, but the reaction and emotions happen within us, and every moment is an emotional choice, and it's our emotional choice. It's either of unconditional love or fear of losing conditional love or rejection or some sort of fear that's spawning up, right? And we're given so much opinion when we're growing up of the supposed to's, like when this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. When this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. Danger, danger, danger. We're given all this stuff that our little inner child, when it feels unsafe and out of control, read alarms go off. That's where the anxiety comes from, pushes out our calm, intelligent, loving, compassionate adult self out of the picture. And the little 2-year-old's in charge, hitting all the buttons of alarms and putting up walls and all sorts of fun stuff. And that's when we have the, oh my gosh. So, what we can look at here is what fears you have, because the three prongs here are the things that we fear. And when we're in a calm place, we can look at it and go, what are my fears? Other people's intentions, other people's actions. That is, it's almost like your spirit guides are very blunt. Like, that's none of your business. None ya. It's like, what? Why? Because regardless of what someone does on the outside, we're the ones that choose what it means, how we want to feel around it, and what energy we want to put around it. And so when you wrap all of your fears with this love, you do have peace of mind. You do have rest that comes in here too. So I love that this message here of coming in here is this energy of power, empowerment, that you get to choose how you feel, and that it's more of your thoughts and your emotional choices that can leave you alone. Not so much that they will leave you alone. It's like, I get to choose where I'm investing my energy. So every moment is a choice between unconditional love and fear, like I mentioned, but it's a mental choice of what story I'm putting to the situation. I'm choosing what emotion I feel as I go through it and what energy I'm investing. And if I focus on my fears, I grow them. I will draw things in. I will repel things out, like things that I want in my life that I fear will leave. I will repel it. If I'm afraid that something will come into my life, I'm like, hey, and I draw it to me, right? But if I focus on gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and all of that, that draws and that grows bigger, right? The Native American story of the grandfather talking to their grandchild and saying, every within every person is a dark wolf and a white wolf, and they're constantly battling for our love and our attention and our energy. And I'm like, well, which one wins, grandpa? And they're like, whichever one we feed, right? And that's that whole thing of whatever we invest our energy is what grows and expands. And I feel like you are stepping into this power. You're really understanding that our habit of thinking a certain way around a situation or feeling around a certain situation and where we're investing our energy is what we've been taught. But you can change that habit and you can step into the power. And when someone does something, I get to decide what it means and how I feel, and what I'm going to do with my energy around that. And we can forgive and let things go. We don't have to be a vessel of pain because of someone else's words or actions anymore. We can forgive the person, not the action, right? We're like, I'm not going to allow this. I'm going to have my boundaries, but I'm forgiving the person, and I'm going to pour out, you know, that energy, um, the pain energy, and I'm going to allow it to become a vessel of love instead. And so I like that for you, because I do feel you do have that coming in here with the Empress card: new birth, new energy, mother nature, mother nurture, nurturing yourself and taking care of you, and not allowing anything else um, to impact you there. And so I like that for you. So that's what's coming through, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Empress is almost like the Queen of Pentacles for me. I feel like they're cousins, if not sisters, because the Queen of Pentacles is also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So I know you have that connection with that energy for sure. So that's what's going on, Queen of Pentacles. So many blessings to you there. And um, Also, like doing a hedge of love around yourself too can help. I do offer those on my main page, but I imagine you are aware of that too, where you can create this hedge of love and light around you, where you basically are saying whatever is not of love and light, you have to transform into love and light, or you have to step outside of this hedge. And it gives you this whoosh, peace. And so if Auntie does not, whether it's physical or on the other side, it doesn't matter. If whatever energies someone has, and be prepared, because I've had people that I've done hedges for, that have had people leave their lives, and they're like, "Oop." They're like, "I just wanted them to simmer down. I didn't want them to go away." And I'm like, "Well, they weren't gonna change, so they had to go." But, that is what's coming in. So many blessings to you, Queen of Pentacles. Much love to you. Alright. So, the next free reading up will be Diamond Alley. I do have a donation, so I will complete that first. Hey, LA, thank you for your donation. And you want to know, how has all of these legal battles affected you? How has it impacted your character? All right. What a great question. Let's take a look here. And we're getting some clarity here. Sorry, I don't mean to giggle. I get to see all the cards first. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Okay. So, how they've affected you here, you have the Five of Cups, and this is a great card coming up here, and that's why I kind of chuckled, because this is this, um, the like it's like a permissions card of from spirit, and it tells us that we came down here to experience all the lower vibrational energies that are rooted in fear, and then once we're done that, we're able to um, realize the Two of Cups, which, let me see if I can get it to focus here. Because this cup over here is the Ace of Cups that's full of the unconditional love. And here's us dipping the toes in the lower vibrational energies, right? It's like we want to try it. And so there's nothing wrong with experiencing lower vibrational emotions related to fear. All our betrayal and sadness and anger and all that. We come down here because in experiencing the lower vibrational energies, we understand the higher vibrational energies. Because if you're always around unconditional love on the other side, like you're always around bright light and surrounded by bright light, you don't even realize you're bright light to experience darkness. It's like in our life here, you don't realize you're breathing air until you're 6 feet underwater, looking up at air, going, ah, that is air because this is non air. And so, one of the things that how it's impacted you and affected you, it's allowed you to see the difference between these two things, even at a in a subconscious higher level. And then you're becoming aware of it in your human form as you're connecting more to your higher self. You're like, wow, I'm having unconditional love right next to conditional love, and I'm seeing the difference between the two worlds, and I'm have an appreciation for each of them and an understanding too. So I like that they're coming in here, because neither is right, neither is wrong. They just bring you different things. When we experience fear, we have we feel restricted, we feel small, we feel limited and powerless, and all those emotions related to fear, right? So they feel uncomfortable because they're not what we're used to feeling back home. And when we're feeling and connected to the feelings and emotions and the higher vibrational love, the unconditional love, we feel powerful, we feel limitless, we feel bright. This feels dark. We feel expansive and free, and here we feel trapped, right? But there's joy and laughter, and all we get to feel all those emotions related to unconditional love. So with the lawsuits and with these battles and all this stuff, It's allowed you to see the difference between the two, and you really realizing that every moment is a choice. No matter what is going on in the outside world, I get to choose unconditional love or fear. Even though we have a lot of those opinions, like, well, when someone does this, shouldn't you be upset? It's like, well, you could be upset, but you also could be loving and understanding. We don't have to have battles because it takes two people to battle. Two people usually in fear are when a cat fight happens. But when someone out of fear says something or does something, I have a choice to go into fear, into battle, or to go to unconditional love. So you're learning a lot through this process of battles and all the energy it takes and how you feel. And you're learning, when I choose in a situation not to do that, how does it feel so different? So you've gone deep into this other because you've had so many things, right? But now you're ready to have this transformation that comes in here, because you're going to be able to to see that when you were concerned about what other people would think out here, which is all these ghost transparent people, you're realizing that in the end people's opinions aren't worth a whole lot, right? Other people's opinions aren't worth a whole lot. And you're learning to turn upward here, inward and upward, to see that this is the recognition we truly search for, is that from up above. And this is this transformative energy that comes in. Um, it has impacted your character here. I feel like it's made you a fiery horse for sure, right? You don't let people mess with you. That's one thing, is that it also has given you a great amount of you know, uh I forget how they say it, husba or whatever it is, where you have this great strength and you're strong and you don't let people run all over you, because you you felt like, defenseless, when you were younger, and as you go through these things, but you have learned to stand up for yourself too. So there's these positive things of courage and not being afraid, like your fears are being transformed through it too. With standing up for yourself and not feeling like you have to let people walk all over you. So there's been a lot of beautiful things in here. You see how it's like so much for you. So, there's two of us that are living this human experience, our human side, which is this human character, and the actor behind this character, who's a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And both of you are learning different things, but it's helpful for both as well. So hopefully that makes sense, LA. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Really appreciate your donation. All right. Yeah. Well, um, it's all about choice, right? It's like, okay, I'm going to focus my energy. If I'm focusing all my energy on the legal things, they just get bigger and get drawn out, right? It's like, I'm going to start changing and looking at things from a different, the higher. I'm going to start focusing on my higher self. I have a free YouTube series. If you go to my main page, it's called U times two, which is all about getting to know the two of us that are living the human experience. If that resonates, it just kind of came up when I was talking about it. So if it draws you there, go check it out. All right. So Diamond Dali, let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Right. Fingers crossed, LA. All right. So Diamond Dali, I see that you are saying here, will you get back together, or is this really the end? So when you asked for a love reading, general love reading, you really want to know if you're getting back together. Gotcha. So I'm going to switch over to the Naked Heart Tarot, and then Shania, you'll be up next. Yay! All right, so let's take a look here. And so, will you be getting back together, or is this the end here? All right. All right. So, with these cards coming in here, we've got the Hermit card here, which is about an inner journey, a journey that is, of course, a hermit is a journey by themselves, right? And this journey here, the Two of Cups would be like a relationship, would be the love that we're looking for here, right? And they, with the Hermit coming in here, this is separation, this is movement alone here, and you have both the Heart of Swords and the Spirit of Wands. You have the King of Wands and you have the Queen of Swords. And, you know, the energy that I'm getting from here is that you're the relationship that you're having with your child's father, that will be separating. And I know it's difficult to hear, and I'm sorry that I know it feels very raw right now, but this is where you're headed. And what happens when people are removed out of our life? They're moved out of our life on purpose, and it's for us. Even though I know it feels like it's happening to us in the moment, when we're able to eventually see that it happened for us, because the spirit will move people out of our path, out of our life, to make space for who really is meant to be into our life, and to open our path to head in the direction that we're, our heart wants to go. I feel like the Heart of Swords would be like you, which you are, the Queen of Swords. She rolls over thought, but the queens are given a second portion of water, which is a balance of mind and heart. And I feel like this is the type of individual you are. You don't have, I mean, you're intelligent and you're emotionally mature and stable, right? Where you understand things and you can share your love and you can share your affection, and you're intelligent, and you're not just an emotional person that's like, oh, I don't think about things before I do them. You're also not a super, unemotional person that only does, is only in your mind. You have a wonderful ebb and flow and balance between the two. I don't feel like your child's father's that way. I feel like they are, um, you know, I almost feel like they're extremes. There's no balance. They're either extremely cold or extremely passionate, but loving almost, emotion seems to be a challenge for them. And that's why I like this King of Wands for you, because this King of Wands here is this, it's a fiery personality, very passionate individual, but they have air, which is, this wonderful energy that comes in. It's a good balance for you. I feel like you need passion, but you also need intelligence too. So I just feel like who comes for you later is someone that's more in alignment with your higher self and your heart of what you're looking for. And I know it's hard, because it's your child's father and that, but one of the biggest things that you get to teach your child through all this too is that you get to choose what's right for you as well, and that you're able to overcome, these things too. So I do feel like it is not going to reconcile that it is important for them to be moved out of your life so that you can move into who you truly wanted to be here and who you truly want to be with in this lifetime. Um, so that's what's coming through right now for you, Diamond. So hang in there. Much love to you. All right. Hey, Sugar Cube. Yeah, you can definitely super chat. And yeah, Braylon, you can also donate. You guys can do super chat, or I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square also pinned at the top in the pinned comment or in the description box of the video down below. So you can do that. You're very welcome, Diamond. Hang in there. Okay, Braylon, I don't see anything coming through. Did you donate on PayPal or Cash App? I see it come through right now, Braylon. So thank you. Boom! It just took a sec for it to jump in there. All right. So Shania, hang in there. I will be back. I will make sure I take care of you in this session. I just have a couple donations, so I will jump to those, but I will come back to you. So don't give up hope, Shania. All right, make sure. Um, I don't have any set dollar amount. Just whatever the energy exchange is the exchange. I know, Shania, you're like, I was so close. All right. Yeah, Braylon, you can pop your question down there, and Sugar Cube, if you want to put your question down there as well. Um, so whoever puts it first here, I will go to. And yes, I don't see. Yep. So whoever asks first between Braylon and Sugar Cube, I will go to you next. So while I'm waiting for you guys to pop your question there, I'm going to complete. Oh, almost. Okay. So Braylon, you wanted to ask if you, a Cancer sign, and your boyfriend Terrence, if you'll resolve your fight. Ooh, okay. A Pisces. Oh, oh wow, a lot of water. Hey Deb, love and light to you. All right, let's take a look here, Braylon. So, will you resolve your fight? Let's take a look here. In fact, I kind of want to move over here to the Light Seers Tarot. Right. Let's get some clarity here. And thank you for your donation, by the way. Sorry, I'm just getting some clarity here. All right. Well, so we've got the Two of Swords here is like, oh God, this would represent like the fight that you guys have had, right? And the Tower, it feels like it ended abruptly, um, and like the lightning struck, and then it was just like enough was said, and I feel like this Tower. I don't feel like the Tower card is like the separation of you guys. I just feel like someone said, I can't do this right now, or whatever. I just feel like the fight ended abruptly, and so this is what you're trying to find out what's going to happen next, right? And it almost feels like this has to do with some of the what's at the root of the fight that's going on here. um Oh, yeah, I can imagine here, because you have the Queen of Swords, which, you know, she rules over thought and belief and mindset, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, so it's a balancing of mind and heart. And the Three of Pentacles is about being true to authentic self. And I almost feel like what happens here is when there's an out of balance between, like the heart and the mind, and um, when one of you doesn't allow the other person to be who their authentic self is, and when in their I almost think it's like them saying it, right? Like, you're trying to be your authentic self, you're trying to um be you and not have to walk around on eggshells. And then, but when you say something, and you're expressing who you are, it's just like, "Brah," and it goes from like 0 to 100, you know, out of nowhere. And it's like, even though you're saying that you rarely fight, um, but I feel like it's it's not because you don't have, that there's not disagreement there. I just feel like you are the one that always walks around them, and that there's not like this give and take a whole lot. It's just you giving and them taking in a way. You know what I'm saying? This is what I feel is coming up here, that even though it's like, well, we don't fight a whole lot. It's like, well, because you de-escalate, and it takes two to fight. And when they start to, what? You're just like, oh, okay. You're like, nope, 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 right? Um, no, I just feel like it's not that they don't care. I just feel like they don't understand yet, uh how do we put this? They don't understand that their way is not the way. you know? It's like other people think of things in a different way. Don't you realize that? And I feel like they've learned through their family. um It's almost like manipulation, and you don't realize that you're doing it, like, they don't realize they're doing it, and we all don't realize we're doing it because 'cause we're taught it from when we're very young by our parents. When someone doesn't do what we want them to do, poor me, usually, is where we start off of like, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't do what I wanted you to do," because 'cause we're taught, "You're responsible for my emotions, if I'm sad, I'm sads. You're not doing your job, you need to make me happy." And if we don't give into that manipulation of the sadsy face of, I'm upset," you're like, "Oh, poor baby boo boo," then they escalate to the second, which is the bullying, right? And that's when they get angry and they get upset and they throw things around, and even sometimes people get to abuse, where it's like, "You will do what I tell you to do." Rah! And if that doesn't work, then it goes to the third, which is what humans we fear because we're pack animals, is rejection. And the cold shoulder, or the leaving, like you said, um, that type of thing. And so I feel like there's this, that's going to continue to spiral this all the time. Um, and, um, eventually here, I mean, you've got the world card, which is an ending of an old cycles and the beginning of new things. And the ace of wands is, like a new beginning. Um, and I really feel like this is just going to continue to spiral and spiral and spiral. If you don't break up this time, if it doesn't end this time, it eventually will, if they don't change, how they are approaching things, because you will only take it for so much longer. I feel like fights are going to become more common and more common and more common, with you just getting tired of not being able to be the authentic you, and you having to walk around on eggshells all the time. You're just going to get fed up with it. And then their fights will continue and continue and continue, unless they change their mindsets and they learn, this balancing of heart and mind instead of that. So, there's possibilities of resolution if they are able to do that, but if they don't, I don't feel like they have the desire to change at this point in time. I don't feel like this energy of that your patience is going to run out before they, um, get the fire under their butt to change their, approach to things. And so I feel like they use this fear of breaking up to get what they want. It's a manipulation that they've been taught, and it's like what's worked for them. Why would they want to change it, right? And but I just don't feel like, yeah, basically, I don't feel like they are, um, the one for you. They're teaching you things about yourself now, but they're teaching you about how it feels when I have to walk around on eggshells and not be myself. Like I have to shrink and uh, I feel like you have to give in to them all the time and you have to be the one that asks, for forgiveness and apologizes first. And you're the one that has to do like 70% of the effort and they like do 30%. And I just feel like there's something more for you. So, uh, like you said, we rarely fight. I get upset every time we fight and we're going to break up. And it's like they know that, right? That's that fear of rejection. Stage 3, if my poor me and my anger doesn't work, then, well, I'm gonna give you the cold shoulder, I'm gonna ghost you, I'm gonna not answer the text, I'm gonna hang up on you, I'm gonna walk out of the room. So, I just feel like there's so much more for you, and you deserve more. Uh, so that's what's coming through, though, because I don't think they'll change. That's what I feel. Not in time, not in time before your patience is just like, "I've had it. I'm out." So, you sure can. Sugar Cube, I don't see your question. So, Sugar Cube, if you wanna put your question, I do want to, take care of them real quick, Braylon. And while I'm waiting for that, if you don't mind, I do want to, I had one last reading. Okay, perfect. Shania Fernandez, I just wanna ask their free one real quick here. Um, you wanted to know Mahir's current feelings and next action towards you. Um, oh, very good. So let me do that here because I know you've been trying for a couple sessions to get in there. So I appreciate your patience there. So let's take a look here. And let me see here. Oh, there it was. So their current feelings and then their next actions. So the current feelings here, it's interesting. I feel like with this Hierophant, they are really in this inner journey. They're trying to find their truth and what they want in life and da 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 da. I almost feel like they're in this, uh, sub midlife crisis kind of energy where they're trying to see things, trying to know what they want. And I feel like they're just confused about what they're wanting in life and they're trying to figure it out, which means whenever I get this card, when we're asking about someone else's feelings, it means that they really kind of have their feelings on pause and they have it up on a shelf while they're trying to figure everything out. They're very much in their mind, very analytical and trying to figure things out. So I feel like right now that's like their feelings. They have feelings, but all feelings are paused and on hold. And next actions, we have the 10 of, the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, which shows that things eventually turn, things eventually start turning. And whatever unfolds, whatever their actions are, you end up, your human even feels like it's fortunate for you. It's the tune of for you, the wheel of fortune. And so that tells me that regardless of whatever they decide to do, you're human, everything always unfolds for us. But the human, in this case, sometimes our human side goes, why would I want that? But in this case, the human is like, oh, yeah, this is fortunate for me. So once they get things going, if they make movement towards you, you're like, yay. If things go forward, in their mind and they don't take action towards you and they take action away, you will be yay because there's something in someone even more that you're wanting to come into your life. So I feel like they're saying while you're waiting for all this, the wheels to turn and things to figure out, when all this is kind of happening with this energy, like they are turning inward to figure out who they are. This is also happening on purpose for you to turn inward and upward and focus on your self love. Because the more you expand and raise your love vibration, the more you're bringing in someone and all the things that are more in alignment with your high heart instead of a fearing lower vibrational heart, right? And it also is a win-win because the more you focus on opening up this love between you and your higher self in the spirit realm, which is unconditional love, it also opens up your pipeline to the outside world for giving and receiving love to humans. Because when we love ourselves this much, no matter how much love we want to pour out, it's just going to trickle out. No matter how much love they want to give us, it's only going to trickle in. The more we expand the love from above, then the more this opens up. We can flood love in and out, and then up and down as well. So, this is the message that's coming in right now. And I know we wanted something more. I know. But that's what they have for you right now, Shania. So, yay. So, that's what they have. So many blessings for you. All right. All right. All right. All right. So let me see here. I think what did I leave off up here? Oh, there we are. So Sugar Cube, thank you so much for your donation as well. And you want to know what is coming in love for you. All right, let's take a look here. Actually, I want to switch back over here to the Naked Heart Tarot and let's see what we have coming in there. Absolutely. So let's take a look here. Sugar Cube. Okay, they want that one and that. Those two in that one. And what else here? That one and that one. All right. Like a plus sign. Interesting. All right. So we've got 2, 1 plus 1. So let's see what it comes in here. Your guides are funny. So let's take a look. All right. Well, looky here. So we've got the 2 of Cups. Woohoo! Love, an important relationship coming in. I like this. You also have the High Priestess, which right now this message is the High Priestess steps back, connects higher, connects deeper, connects down. Really, trust the intuition and trust their gut, right? So I feel like you have been working on like you know that would represent the high priestess kind of doing some shadow work, looking at our fears and looking at our old emotions, our thoughts that no longer serve us, our emotions that no longer serve us, and just kind of doing this cleansing and this cleaning out of, spirit, soul, mind, and body. I feel like you've been on this wonderful, cleanse, purging of things because you're ready and you want to be prepared. I really like it. And that it's telling me that, you have been, um, it's worth it here for you, definitely, because the love is coming your way and is heading your way. Yeah, woohoo, right? And you have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles normally has like, 2 people on it with children and the dog and the money and the palace. And, it's kind of known as the, was it generation to generation, a legacy. It's like a legacy card of like, it's coming and it's going to be significant because it's going to be where you're expanding, you're creating like this family tree. You are having this that's coming your way. So I like it. It's very affirmative with all these coming in. The plus that came in here is both the judgment card and the Fool card. And this tells me here, I love this being double endings and double new beginnings, which talks about the shadow work that you've done and the transformation that you've made into this beautiful butterfly. And this Fool card is about this new journey that's going to be unfolding and coming your way. And I really like that for you too, because the Fool card is like almost like it would be like a butterfly in a way. Um, you know how like a caterpillar has all its caterpillar ways before it goes into the cocoon, and then it's the cocoon, things wash away. It actually dissolves and turns into like a caterpillar soup inside to transform in the butterfly. And then after it, struggles to get out of the cocoon, it has its strong wings, and it's like, well, I'm under a whole new, you know, all my old expectations of being a caterpillar and crawling along the ground are gone. My old ways are gone, and I'm open to new ways. And you discover new things, as you go into life and as you go in these directions. So I like this. The full card is like a newborn babe who doesn't have all the restrictions and all the rules and stuff. It's this free feeling of where you're headed with love, free of all those restrictions and fearing thoughts that the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's that you're fed all your life. There's this beautiful, beautiful opening that comes through all this, and I really like all this for you. So it's definitely coming your way. You've done the work, you've done the cleansing, you've transformed, and you've struggled, and you're emerging from the cocoon with these you know I think I can say badass, muscle, uh, uh, wing muscle, so you're gonna fly, you're gonna be able to go distances and go places you've never gone before. Caterpillars can only go up to a stream and go, oh, there's water. Well, turn around. But a butterfly flutters and it's like, oh, I think I went over a stream. You're able to go, yeah, and go forward. Um, yeah, very good. I I don't feel past here. I feel newness here. Let me get some clarity real quick here. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is someone new because I feel like the old here with the 5 of swords, whatever conflict, it's like anyone from the past, you have a great memory. Humans have a great memory, but you have a really great memory, which is a curse and a blessing, right? That if you ever got in a fight and a disagreement with someone from the past, even though you're like, I'm a new person, boy, your memory will bring all the defense right up here. Remember back in 1982 when you said that and did this? Whoops, So a clean slate is always good because it still has that stuff from the past, and this does of course verify it. Death and rebirth, ace of wands, new passion that comes in. Here's you can't butterflies can't date and partner with caterpillars because they expect you to carry them everywhere, because they're like, I have to crawl and it's going to take me 10 days to get there and you're only going to get there in a day. Can't you carry me? No, you need wings. You need to go into your cocoon. You are going to be attracted to another butterfly, someone who has done the work too, because you don't want to carry around a big old chubby caterpillar. And you don't carry your cocoon around you either. You're like you're leaving all this stuff behind and headed off in this new journey. So yeah, it's definitely someone new, uh, and I like that. uh, Yeah. So that is what is coming in. I'm glad you have a sense of humor. But yeah, so that's what's coming in, Sugar Cube. So again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that and enjoy your adventure. All right. All right. Let me see where we were at here. Hey, Nusa Miranda. Hello, hello. So news, all right, and Braylon, I will come back to your. I'll let that be a free question for you, but I'm going to answer Newsa's donations real quick. But I will be back to your other question, Braylon. So Newsa, thank you so much for your double donation. So first off, you want to know what's coming for you and Abdu in the next week. All right. Hey, baby ghoul. All right, so let's take a look here. Newsa. What about Abdu in the next week? All right. What else? What else? What else? Anything else? So I'll get clarity on one thing real quick here. All right. And then I want to get a divine directions card here because I feel like I'm getting the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to try to cheat because sometimes, it's like, well, this is how much it will give you. I'm like, come on, just a little bit more. Okay. All right. Your guides are being stubborn. So, for you and Abdu in the next week, you do have a movement of emotion here with the Knight of Cups. So there is this movement of emotion and passion too. So there is this, feelings that erupt between you, both in heart and in body. There's both of that. Love, like, I like you, energy, and also the I like you energy, the attraction, the physical attraction, the passion that comes in there. So there is that's in there. And what I kept on, asking about, the first two that came up here is you have the universe, which is an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of something new, and the temperance card, which is all about things taking its time to unfold too. And I'm like, okay, well, things are changing and it's taking time for this to unfold. All right, I got that. So tell me what more about this. And they're like, well, there is some time alone and there's time doing the work and things moving forward. But the Two of Wands comes in here. And the Two of Wands that comes in is about timing, has to do with, this means there's a range of timing, that the timing takes, a certain amount. It can happen sooner or later, and there's this gap in between. And the Two of Wands shows the gap. It can happen as soon as this or as late as this, and there's this that unfolds. And so they're like, there is passion, there is love. It takes time to unfold. Old things, the old ways of whatever relationship you had ends and it transforms into something else, but it takes time. And the Two of Wands says that, when we focus on what we're grateful for and raising our self love vibration and focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and what we want to draw in, then that's how it comes in faster. But if we focus our energy on like what we're missing in life, um, what we fear will leave our life, we will repel it out of our life, we'll extend it, and it takes longer for things to happen. Right. So I feel like there's this stuff that's coming in, and it's a matter of what am I focusing my energy on? And the more energy and the more effort I put into raising my own love vibration, connecting to my higher love, the faster things speed up. But the more I'm focused in on like the outside, then the slower things happen. So that is what's coming in there. And I asked for clarity, and they gave they gave the music card here. So I was like, well, what about time? And it's like, express yourself by playing an instrument or singing. Music will lift your spirits. So they're saying, in your turtle shell, play some music. It helps raise your spirits and helps you move along on the path. So I feel like, here in the next weeks, it's all about where you're focusing your energy in that particular situation. So that's what's going on. News for that. And then you wanted to know, what should you know about your workplace or your team? Let's take a look here. I kind of want to move over to the Light Seers Tarot for that question. So let's take a look here. Ah, very cool. I love it. So your spirit, your spiritual posse knows how to get through to you. Music. All right. So let's see here. What about your workplace and your team? Okay. What else? All right. So your workplace and team here, the judgment card here is usually two X's, which is double endings and double new beginnings. And, the Three of Swords here, represents like our, expectations equal disappointment and our fears of letting people down and that type of thing here. And I just feel like, your higher self is drawing you to see things from a different perspective and, knowing that every individual person has a different set of rules. And, if we invest a lot of energy in these fears, kind of like we were talking about with, where we focus our energy, this just expands, this just gets out of control, right? And so they're kind of going like, focusing on, again, raising, again, the music coming in. The music was all about your higher self, right? Your music will lift your spirits. So I feel like the what we were talking about regarding love also rolls really well over into your work and the environment too, because there's a bunch of people here. It's almost like there's all these different people with all these different emotions that are all thrown out here, into this big, um, bundle of all these people feeling all these different ways, right? And I like here we go again with the stairs, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things from the spirit world, focusing on you too with the Empress here. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, new things coming in here. Yeah, I mean, it feels like there's seven different people with seven different personalities and ways of doing things. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But seeing things from a higher perspective, allowing everyone to be themselves and, going, you know what, they're going to be themselves. But I like the don't worry about trying to please everyone and not having them please you. It's just really about rising higher to this place and just focus on you and your actions, your emotions, your decisions, your energy, and everyone else is going to do what they're going to do. We can't make people do anything they don't want to do, right? We know that for sure. But we also can't uh, make people choose how they're gonna feel, how they're gonna think, how they're gonna perceive things. The only thing we can do, we can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or love. Those are the only 2 choices. It's fear or love. Right, yeah, exactly. I had a feeling like you were like the tribal master there of all these, wild wild people. Um But, it's, and I because I was gonna say, you can't change people because I know when I was a manager, you try to change people, make them do stuff they wanna do, they're never gonna do anything they don't wanna do. We can just make it easier or harder for them to make the right choice of love instead of fear. And seeing things from their perspective, seeing things from a different perspective just allows things to unfold and I feel like with you learning this and you applying this, that you help them see things and, focus on, like, when you're focusing your energy on the positive things, not on, when we focus on how difficult someone's being, the difficulty grows instead of going, you know what, I'm going to start focusing on what I'm grateful for in each individual. And as you focus on that, the things to be grateful for around your group grows and expands. And when we focus on what they're doing wrong and how they're acting and the fears, all that stuff grows. But we're so powerful that when we focus on that, we start to see the world differently too. So I know. Very, 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 a lot of stuff going on there for sure. But I like this. I feel like, what we talked about with the other, that it definitely has this, energy coming in. of your empowerment. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands, right? And I feel like you're stepping into your power now. And as you experiment with that, with love, with, family, with work and workers and everything else, you're just going to see, like, wow, what a difference it makes when I make gratitude my energy instead of what I fear or what I'm trying to control, right? So I like it. So that is what is unfolding. All right. So, I'm almost reaching 3 hours. So, Braylin's, last question is gonna be the last free one. I do have Trouble Woman, Trouble Woman. I do see your, donation there. So if anyone else wants to make a donation, I will complete those during the session, but, Braylin's last question, that'll be my last free one. So I'm gonna, complete Trouble Woman's Trouble Woman, their donation, Braylon, and then if I have any other donations, I'll complete those. Otherwise, I am going to wrap it up for tonight, since I've almost been on 3 hours. I can't believe it just flies by. For everyone, before everyone takes off, though, we want to make sure everyone knows I do have a weekly drawing on Mondays where I have giveaways. So on Tuesday, I put out a video about what I'm giving away the following Monday. Here's the link for that. I'm going to be giving away two 30-minute personal recorded readings and also some monthly giveaways. So be sure to check out that video if you want to have a chance at winning a personal recorded reading. It does have to do, the monthly giveaway does have to do with my monthly readings I put out by individual zodiac sign. This is the one for April, which is where the drawing is going to be around. But it just so happens this morning, really, really early, I did put out May's monthly readings as well. So you can check out that. That's the playlist for that. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, I have a lot of free content. I put out at least one pick a card each week. And the one I put out this week is What Don't You See About Your Relationship or Relationships? And I have a ton of other pick a cards. So you can check those out at my main page as well. And I think that was everything that I wanted there. Just a great thank you for all the thumbs up that everyone has given the video to. Something free that you can do shows your appreciation, shows YouTube that you're enjoying the content, and it makes them want to send out more of my videos out so you can help spread the Zen love and be part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys for that as well. All right. So a lot of free content if you're interested in those. So, Braylon, you will be up. You'll be my last free reading, but troublesome woman. No, trouble woman. Thank you for your donation. Anyone know? Will you get to meet your grandma this week, or soon physically? All right, let's take a look here. Don't be troublesome. Freudian slip. No, you're so funny. So, all right, let's take a look here. Okay. Let me just get some clarity here. All right. With this Two of Pentacles coming in here, I feel like there's some stuff that has to balance out first here, um, before you meet them. So I don't feel like it's going to be this week because we've got the King of Pentacles too, which is kind of this, out Pentacles is the outside world, and the energy that's coming in with here feels like, again, there's like this balancing, this, I almost feel like this is kind of like grandma's energy. I don't know if she's an earth sign. It just feels very, the King of Pentacles, the divine masculine energy. They've been through a lot and they understand the outside world. And so there is this balance of stuff that is just unfolding in the outside world before you're able to meet with them here. Um, I do see here with the page of wands that there is a new passion and new energy towards that. and that there's some obstacles that get removed here because we with the 8 of Swords and the Tower, there's just some I feel like there's some barriers that have to fall down in order for you to get through it, to be able to meet them. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's like the 8 of Swords are thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are blinding and bounding and trapped. And so there's some reflection that's going on here that allows this barrier to be removed to allow you to get through, to be able to meet them physically. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm sure you do. I'm very sure you do. And it's like whatever this is that in communication that has to be cleared up. It does happen here suddenly, though. I feel like it's like you're thinking, "Oh, this is going to be a long time." Then, so I don't feel like it's like real long. Uh, with this 2 of Pentacles, I felt like within 2 months coming in here. So there is this balancing of stuff that has to happen, though. So that's what's coming through, Trouble Woman. Hopefully that makes sense there. Yeah. All right. So that is what we have for you. You are very welcome, and thank you so much. Hey Tim, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being a new subscriber here. I'm actually finishing up. I'm only have one more free reading that I'm giving. If anyone wants to make a donation, I'm still completing those in this session, but I'm hitting 3 hours, so I'm needing to. So if you do want to make a donation, I will prioritize and complete yours. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time as well. And I have a bunch of free content on my main page as well. If you're not able to make a donation, you can still follow that there. All right. So I'm going to finish up here. So, Braylon, you wanted to ask if you will have luck getting a job. You've been in a job search for a month. All right. Let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to know around your job search here? Here's you going, "Where's my freaking job?" But you have the 4 of Pentacles coming in here, which these are very stable energies. A 4 is like 4 huge legs on a dining room table. It's a very solid foundation that comes in there. And with the 4 of Pentacles being a stable outside world, and the 4 of Cups being like, well, here's the Ace of Cups being offered. So I do feel like, yeah, you are going to have this here. And I definitely within the next 4 weeks with all these fours, but I feel like it's going to be even sooner, not like at the fourth week. I feel like it's going to be, definitely here, um, definitely before the end of May. But I feel like this energy, it's like half it and half it. I almost feel like the first week of May, you're going to get news and, like uh, news of the interview, and before the middle of May, you're going to have like your job interview and get notification that you do have a job. So I feel like, whatever middle May-ish is when that will happen. All right, Braylon. So that is what they have for you. All right. Thank you so much, Patty, for your donation. And so, can your relationship with your father ever be salvaged? His feelings towards me and your son? And what is your brother's feelings towards the situation? Does he feel he can intervene? Okay. Feature. All right. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with Papa Sound. All right. Right. So, can it ever be salvaged? Let me just get clarification on that real quick here. Okay. and his feelings towards you and your son. All right. Okay, let me just refresh those real quick here. And your brother's feelings towards the situation. And does he feel he can intervene? I feel like that's all together. And then just the future of the whole shazazzle. All right. All right. So, as far as can the relationship with your father be salvaged? We've got these all these cards in here. The first one that came out was the Hermit's card, which is, it's going to be a little bit. You're on this journey of solving things within yourself here, and I like this with the Three of Cups, and this is because it's you and this is your spiritual posse. The Three of Cups is like a special card between me and the higher realms, of that you are looking into connecting to the higher realms. The Hermit card here, this little bright light here, is your higher self and this spiritual team. So you're in this journey of solving and transforming, some emotions and things within, right? So doing some wonderful inner work. And it has to do here with the Six of Wands, which is, where we're looking for our praise from, where we're looking for our validation from. It's something that you've been working on and you're looking to it from up above here, not the little transparent people down below. You're realizing more and more how their validation isn't as important as the upper validation, and the because this is unconditional and eternal and you know so fulfilling. This is temporary and conditional and fluctuating, right? Like your father, this would be like your father's opinion, everyone else's opinion. You're realizing how empty it is, and this is the journey that they have you on. And once you're finding this, and once you're having this connection to the higher realms, there is this 10 of cups, which is this emotional fulfillment that floods out into your life. So this journey is what helps bring this, um, all relationships transform, because all of them are happening to turn you inward to find this most important relationship, and then it transforms how you perceive everything on the outside world, and the energy changes and relationships transform as well. So the long answer, that was the long answer, that your relationship with your father can be salvaged, but it starts with salvaging your relationship with yourself on the inside first. Okay. And then his feelings towards you and your son. Okay. So we've got the Ace of Swords here, which is seeing things from a higher perspective. So their mindset is changing. They are, moving up in their thought and how they're perceiving things, because they did have here, they had heartbreak and disappointments and blah blah blah, which we all do, because we all have this long list of expectations, and when people don't do what we want them to do, we get disappointed. Well, whoop-de-doo, right? If I have to live by what everyone else is telling me I have to live, everyone has to live by my rules too. And so there is this realization here, the Three of Swords, they're realizing, okay, because swords are thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, right? And so they're seeing things from a different perspective. They're realizing, okay, which this will bring. The Page of Pentacles is new opportunities opening up in the outside world, new ways of looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world. So it's like his feelings towards you and your son have more to do with this, all about themselves. It's like there's this, type of energy, that it's like they're realizing it was all about them, right? oh, my perceptions, my things, and I feel like they're just as they're getting older, they're realizing what's important, what you know, there's it's like this transformation of how they're perceiving things is what it comes down to. So I like that. And then we you asked what is your brother's feelings towards the situation, and do they feel that they could intervene? Yeah, they're seeing like both perspectives. With the Two of Pentacles, they're like, yeah, because even the King of Cups here is balancing of heart and mind, and they're like they can see both sides of things, and they're like, well, I see where they're coming from. I see where you're coming from, and they're just like, wow. And if they feel like they can intervene, I almost feel like they're like with the Seven of Swords here. Swords are thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, like we talked about. And the Seven of Swords represents like what of our own thoughts and beliefs deceive us and cheat us out of things. And I almost feel like they're seeing it more from like, the problem, they're like from their point of view, they're like, well, the problem is how each person is believing, and I can't change each person's minds. They're like that communication, Swords is communication too. They're like, there's an obstacle in between, and I don't feel like they feel like I don't know necessarily like they can intervene. I don't feel like they want to, um, because they feel um, like someone that gets in between two people who are fighting. It's like you get two fists in your face, and they're kind of like, I'm just going to kind of see how I can get you two to talk and get you two together, but I'm not going to be the one that's going to be in there directly. You know what I'm saying? The future, I like it. Movement of emotion, wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups. So I do feel like there will be here, but it does come down to, like it originally said, it all starts with your inner journey here, and you know, connecting to the higher place here. If you focus in on the wrongdoings, there won't be reconciliation. Um, I feel like it's like you looking into you and you working on this relationship here to where you will choose no longer to be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or words, and you're going to forgive them for um, forgive him, not forgive the actions, because you're not going to ever let those things and whatever happen, but you're going to forgive them so you can stop being a vessel of pain and you can open and be a vessel of love. And that's what that inner work is for you. Because if you don't do that, that they won't, um, be able to reconcile. It's the love that you fill up with and the forgiveness that you have that is what allows the relationship to be salvaged, because I feel like they won't acknowledge wrongdoings because there's this fears within them. That means they're a failure. Um, and when it comes down to it, it's all going to be about love anyway, so that's what's coming in. All right, Patty. Thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. I do have a couple more donations too. Thank you guys so much. For anyone new that's come in, I'm done with free readings. I'm only completing now since over 3 hours. Only doing donations for a little bit here, and then but I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And if you're not able to make a donation, if you click on my bruddaZEN Mystic Tarot, that will take you to my main page where there is a ton of free content, and just follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the videos for your messages as well. All right, so let me take a look here. So all right, so yeah, I think LA, you were in here first, so thank you for your donation. And you want to know, if you go forth with the discovery of your assault case, will that leave you in more emotional turmoil? They hired three lawyers to go against you for that one. All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know with that, LA. You know, with this here, the Two of Cups is about emotional choice, knowing that in each moment we get to choose it. So, with the Knight of Swords, this is movement of communication, movement of thinking and thoughts, and how you're looking at the situation too. So, when we're asking, like, will this impact me emotionally? It's actually the Spirit is saying that is within your control. No one creates emotional turmoil. People create actions and do actions, but you're the one that chooses what emotion you want to feel as you go through it. So you get to decide this. Is what is coming through here. They are showing me here as well. I mean, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is, people who do the work and put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. There's movement in a positive way. I mean, you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress, which is new birth and harvest, but it also is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself and realizing what it is that you want, right? So ultimately, you are the one that gets to choose, what you feel as you go through everything, but also you get to choose if it's something you feel is worth it for you, right? Um, I feel like with all of this stuff that in the end, you do take care of yourself, and it does turn out where even your human side feels it's fortunate for you. So, just with this energy here, they're like they keep on putting it back to emotional choice is always up to us. They might be doing things that create opportunities, of course. They might attack and, call, try to poke holes in testimony and all that stuff that always all happens. Um, but I feel like Spirit is saying you have the power to choose what you're going to feel as you go through it, but also mother yourself, allow yourself to nurture yourself, and you make the decisions. You can change your mind. That Knight of Swords is like, I can change my mindsets and stuff, and I get to take care of me. And I feel like that's the big thing. Excuse me, that's coming in, is to take care of you. So that's what's coming through, LA. Hopefully that helps. I know it's not like a yes or no, because it's it within your power. That's, our emotions happen in here, not out here. So we get to choose. So that is what is coming in there for you, LA. Thank you again for your donation there. And let's take a look here. And then Rose, let's take a look here. Right, LA? All right. So let's take a look here. All right. So Baby Ghoul, you donated through Cash App. So I see that you there. And Baby Ghoul, do you have your question? I don't see your question here. So Baby Ghoul, if you want to throw your question out there. And then I did get a donation here through PayPal, and that was okay. Thank you, Summer Butterflies. So, so I see your question, so I will take care of it there. Hey, Kavita, I'm actually only doing. I'm done with free readings. I'm only completing any donations. So I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you are not able to make a donation. But I'm finishing up because I've been on over 3 hours. So appreciate you understanding. All right. So Summer Butterflies, you asked the other time what Eduardo purpose in your life was. that you met, and now you would love to know your part. What is your purpose in his life? Ooh, okay. So let's take a look here. What is your purpose in Eduardo's life? What are you teaching them, huh? What mirror are you being for them? That's a great question. I don't usually get people asking that one, so I like it. Let's see here. All right. Wow. So let me just take a quick sip here. So we're going to start with this one. Well, this is how it came out here. So we've got this the judgment card teaches us to see things from a higher perspective. And I really, this does tell us that, this was designed, your higher selves were in cahoots. But I just feel like this is so much of the double endings and double new beginnings and showing them things, with their life here, because you have the Eight of Pentacles that comes in, which you're teaching them about. The Eight of Pentacles is when someone like an apprentice really puts in the blood, the sweat, and the tears to learn things and really goes after things. And then because they see that you don't just wait for things and go, oh, things are just supposed to come to me. You really have taught them their life about you put your nose to the grind and you get things and you make things happen. And they see through you that you don't just expect handouts in life. You really put plan together, you put the energy into it, and things happen. And I really feel like this was an important thing for them to learn through you, because they also have the Magician. And the combination of all these three is really about seeing how you use your power and how you invest it and how you focus on things that you want. Kind of feel like you have this, type of um I was going to say like a seeing the silver lining in things. It's like you look for the positive, you look for the higher vibrational things, because you learned, like all of us, the hard way. When I focus on my fears, I draw them into me and I repel things out. I feel like you really learned like manifestation, kind of qualities of whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And I feel like this is what they're seeing in your life, and they're reflected and going, wow. So, I feel like that's a big piece of what you're teaching them, is how to really step into your power. Because then you have the Seven of Wands, which is like you being in this bubble, and when you because of I feel like you apply things, you get benefits, you get rewards, and some people don't like that, because they feel low about themselves. And when they see you stepping forward and having, progress and forward movement and things, and they're being left behind. They don't like it and they try to poke your bubble. But you've shown how you don't let that bother you, that you're like, you know what? I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to dim my light. Um, because it's like the sun doesn't ask permission to shine, it just shines. And if people can't take it, they can get in the shade. There's this awareness of this. And I feel like these are the things that you've taught them a lot about life. And this is some of the things that they recognize in you that they're recognizing in themselves. And so this is this mirror that comes in there. Yeah. Well, but I feel like the energy is about how you focus, right? Because you can be really busy focusing on fears, like I've got to do this or things are going to go wrong. I feel like that's kind of like they're putting out fires. I feel like they're busy putting out fires out of fear, where I feel like you are planting seeds and growing gardens. If like feel the difference between the two there. Yeah. So that is what I feel is coming through for you, summer butterflies. And then baby ghoul, thank you for your donation. Yeah, exactly. All right. So, will you and your ex Jesse get back together? We didn't end on bad terms, but I truly miss him. Oh, um, okay. Let's take a look here. So, anything else? Here with this death and this rebirth, I feel like that your time together is completed in this lifetime. That you brought what you needed to each bring in here, but we've got you got two queens here for you, which the Queen of Cups, double water, and then the Queen of Swords. She has a balance of air and water, mind and heart. And I feel like what's coming on here is that, you know, you're very intuitive, you're very connected. And I feel like what you are to learn through your interactions with them was balancing of heart and mind. But I almost feel like your intuition and your spiritual kind of pursuits were a bit hampered with them, if that makes sense. Because I just feel like um, balance is important, but I feel like for you, balance is not good. It's like it takes it too far. It's like balance for you needs to be balance, because I feel like for what you are to accomplish and what you are to do in this life requires you to be so connected to your spiritual side, which is what happens when you're in your emotions. And I almost feel like if they were more air, they're an airhead, the mental, more mental, that it almost would bring you too far out of it, where you didn't get to express yourself, you didn't get to really um, embrace your deep, deep empathic spiritual abilities. And I feel like who's coming in for you, next is someone who is very much like that, and where you just really complement each other and you expand it, and not that it's like you guys are emotional messes or anything like that, but that there's this wonderful um it's a balanced emotion, but it allows you to they're showing me the yin yang now. So it's like, but the yin yang is all water, and it's just like this flow of water that just complements so well, that when one emotion goes up and the other's down, it helps balance each other. If that makes sense, it just really feels so complementary, and so intimately connected. It feels like it expands your spiritual side, and what you are to do in this lifetime. I just feel like you have such a spiritual gift, whether it's messages, or like Reiki healing or Qigong, or I just feel like there's such a important piece to stay so grounded in the spiritual, grounded in the emotion, that they would be dragging you, in the other place. So I feel like it was important for you to see it, and you miss them, but I feel like who's coming for you is like so just in tune. I love it. It's like two peas in a pod, but opposite, but the same. And you say you understand. So I'll stop trying to explain it, because I'm just like, I can see it and feel it, but it's not coming out of here too well. So I'm glad you get it, because it is this, you know, um, it's like, and they're reminding me in this, that this will be it. Because with one of my partners, they thought it was really cool that I could do cards and connect with spirit, and it's a good party trick. Like, it was a fun thing to do, and I'm like, it's not, it is fun, it is exciting, it's wonderful, but this is like part of me, it's not a toy, it's so important to me that they almost made it seem like it was nothing, you know? It was like, "Oh, yeah, ha, 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 it's fun, guy, come see this, come see the freak show," or whatever. So I'm glad that you get it. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I think that's all of them now. You are very welcome. Thank you so much. All right, I think we are done there. So, yeah, I don't have any other donations. So, thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the Zen love and be part of the love tsunami in the world. If you haven't checked out my giveaway playlist and the monthlies and all that, make sure you do, because I do have a giveaway on Monday, and some monthly giveaways too. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, just I'll be back tomorrow, like I mentioned, at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the morning, and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at that 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And a ton of free content on my main page if you want to have some more from Spirit. Ton out there. And that's all I have for this evening. So we're going to close down this session. Please know, as you guys are going throughout each and every second of every day of your lives, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're out in the world. Until I see you again, much love to you. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.